just never ever change up. Some stay the same, just never ever change up. Some stay the same, just never ever change up. Never switch the game up, never switch the play up. Stuck in that first quarter, never known order, unless it was a court order. Now you point the finger at your father, cause he never bothered, he never took time to know you. He never bothered, he never took time to know you. He never bothered, he never took time to know you. You never known him, maybe you known him, maybe he was there the whole time in your corner. Damn. Relationships now these days sound like a random replay, but who gives a damn now these days? Will they acknowledge their own iniquity to turn away their captivity? They don't know their captivity. I'ma return to my place until they acknowledge all of their offenses. Now meditate on that a minute. We are the children. Yeah, we are the children. We are the children. Yeah, we are the children. We are the children. Yeah, we are the children. Look at our condition. The West revealing. Try out the wilderness. Moses was with us. We should've listened. We should've listened. We are the children. Yeah, we are the children. Look at our condition. The West revealing. Try out the wilderness. Moses was with us. We listen. We should've listened. Depending on the nation that cannot save us. Depending on the nation that cannot save us. Depending on the nation that cannot save us. Trusting in the shadows those who hate us. Yeah, you are a nation inside a nation. The promises for you, they're trying to take you, keep you away from it. That old coverage cherubim can't keep the righteous away from him. You know what I'm saying when I say him? The God of Abraham, Isaac and Jacob. Ain't no point of faking. We the Israelites, quit playing. I ain't from the know ya, but I got a story right out the Torah. No sugar coated, straight out that boiler. You need to know this. Why you don't know this? You need to know this. Why you don't know this? Cause you in the club on the weekends, getting money from the free bands, going wrong with the heathens, rolling out with the weedheads. You must not know you a king yet. I'm all about order, so don't get it twisted. You out here, I'm all about order, so don't get it twisted. You out here, I'm all about order, so don't get it twisted. You out here, lose it. Homie, you act like winning, winning. We are the children. Yeah, we are the children. Look at our conditions. The person revealing. Try the wilderness. Moses was with us. We should've listened. We should've listened. We are the children. Yeah, we are the children. Look at our condition. The person revealing. Try out the wilderness. Moses was with us. We should've listened. We should've listened.
We are the children of the captivity, see our condition. We are the children of the captivity, see our condition. We are the children of the captivity, see condition. Look how we living. Look at our men and our women and children. We got it for sinning. Get in the spirit to get out your feeling. We on a mission. See the great army, the kingdom's division. Brothers and sisters, let's go. This what we've been waiting for. Drop everything and let's go. Boom, boom, break the down like your bone. Don't you know you are like gold? This ain't the land of our rest. Don't you wanna go home? Sing a new song from slave ships to spaceships. From building nations to our home. Look, I'm grown. Put that child is where it belongs. Let's stay with the children at home. Real men take kingdoms and thrones. They couple women and stones. Family gold. Ball again, let's get it on. The kingdom's within you. We got it all to build our own. Or make them build it up for us. CIP family hustle. We all should be on. Go.
We are the children. Yeah, we are the children. We are the children. Yeah, we are the children. We are the children. Yeah, we are the children. Look at our condition. The person revealing. Straight out the wilderness. Moses was with us. We should've listened. We should've listened. We are the children. Yeah, we are the children. We are the children. Yeah, we are the children. We are the children. Yeah, we are the children. Out there. The person revealing. Straight out the wilderness. Moses was with us. We should've listened. We should've listened.
That's right.
Four Corner News, where truth speaks.
It's been a long day, I don't know what to do, so I call up my brother man. He told me that it's cool.
Four Corner News.
I don't know what to do, so I call up my brother man. He told me that it's cool, we go to the motherland. And we don't break the road, pray that we make it through. It might just take a few. It's been a long day, I woke up in the building, bad as children in the hallway. They tryna catch a feeling, but they dealing with the wrong things. They say I'm acting different, cause I don't wanna be a zombie. Hey, them demons feeling frightened. And if you ain't tryna see the kingdom, then why you braving? Ain't got no time for the fussing and the tweeting. Pray I don't fall, cause I seen them bammers tweet. It's been a long day, I don't know what to do, so I call up my brother man. He told me we don't break the road, pray that we make it through. It might just take a few. It's been a long day, I don't know what to do, so I call up my brother man. He told me that it's cool, so I call up my brother man. He told me that it's cool, so I call up my brother man. He told me that it's cool, so we back to the motherland. And we don't break the road, pray that we make it through. It might just take a few. Hey, it's been a long day. Hey, it's been a long day. Hey. It's been.
Welcome to Four Corners News. All right, where the truth speaks. I am Captain Zakar to my left.
Captain Severus.
And to his left.
Officer Pagiel.
And to his left.
Officer Zanai.
And we make up
Four Corners News.
All right, we sound like the voice of God in here right now.
There it goes.
All right. Give us a why if you can hear, man, right now on YouTube, Facebook, just to make sure, because we don't want you to miss none of what we got to bring out today. We got a lot of news to cover. It's like we've got breaking news dropping right now. Hot news.
No other news network.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so they can hear we good to go. All right, hey, welcome to Four Corners News, man, where we bring out the news from all over the earth that is current relative to you. And bring scriptures behind it so you can understand that the Bible is a true book. All right. So let's get into it. We've been seeing in the news is making headlines all over. They're currently talking about it as we are reporting right now with our Four Corners News. But let's pull it up and see, because last week it was Kanye.
Yep.
And in this, you can see that the Most High is moving, man. The Most High is giving ammo to the prophets, because that great and dreadful day.
Oh yeah, it's approaching.
That second coming of the Lord is on its way, and the Most High is merciful enough to make high profile people, because we ain't nobody, you know. Prophets never accepted in his own country, like the scriptures say. You know, we working 9 to 5s, and we got base salaries and things of that nature. Nobody knows us.
That's why they don't want to deal with us, because they know we ain't got nothing to lose.
Yeah, you right about that. When you don't mess with nobody that ain't got nothing to lose. You're right. So the Most High put it on the spirit of high profile people that can reach millions of people in an instant. To speak on his behalf, just a little bit, just to give us enough ammo to go.
Un poquito. That's for Northern Kingdom. That's in case they watching.
All right, all praise to the Most High, man. So it's Kanye last week. Kyrie has been making his statements and putting his 10 toes down.
There you go.
Of where he is, and where he is in his walk. I would say that, because we all go through different paths to get to the truth of the Most High God. Right. But Kyrie's on his walk, and so he's making it known to everybody. Let's pull up the article of what Kyrie Irving of the Brooklyn Nets, if you don't know who he is, has been making plain to the world in these last few days? Let's pull it up.
Kyrie Irving boosts anti-Semitic movie peddling Jewish slave ships.
Read it one more again for him.
Kyrie Irving boosts anti-Semitic movie peddling Jewish slave ships.
So it says he boosts an anti-Semitic movie peddling Jewish slave ships. Now they got that in a quotation, like on their behalf, they're saying slave ships, Jewish. What is Kyrie talking about? Well, for the mainstream media that doesn't know, in the Bible, it said that the Jews would go into slavery on ships.
Right.
That's right.
They acting like that's a made-up fallacy.
Right.
That's some made-up anti-Semitic trope, is what they
Listen, folks, it's in the Torah.
Right.
It's
Torah.
written. Yes, slavery is documented in the Torah.
Yes, sir.
So you can't run away from it.
You know what they're saying? They're saying, wait, Jewish people went into slavery? Nah.
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
Ships.
Yeah.
What is he talking about?
We didn't experience that.
No, that's not our history. Well, that's in the Bible of the Jews in the Torah of there was that. Matter of fact, we can't skip it. They done brought it up. We got to bring it out. Maybe it's a
Bring it
first-time
out.
listener. Go to Deuteronomy. Go to Deuteronomy so they can know that black history is the Bible.
That's right.
I ain't gonna say it's in the Bible. The black history is the Bible. Deuteronomy 28, I want you to read verse 15. And then we're going to jump over because we're going to make it plain to those that may not know. What is all this fuss of Kanye and Kyrie is putting up over the last few weeks? Go ahead, read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So that is the stipulations that God made with the children of Israel when they came out of Egypt. If you don't do my commandments, my laws, I will place curses upon you. God's not worried about nobody on the earth. No. Even if you are, I'll say this, even if you claim to be African American, Jamaican, Haitian, Puerto Rican, you want to be damn American. I'm talking about Caucasian American. Maybe you want to be damn Australian, Aborigine, whatever you want to call yourself.
What in the hell?
God does not give a damn about no religion upon the earth.
That's right.
It's man-made.
That's right.
He makes his deciding factors based on law, because God is a judge. He's not a damn religious fanatic preacher.
Right.
He's a judge that administers judgment based upon laws. So go back, jump over to verse 1 real quick. Make sure our mics are turned up. Go ahead.
Verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments which I command thee this day.
Commandments, commandments, commandments. Do them. Go ahead.
That the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
So you see, the contract is, if you do my commandments, you above all people.
Right.
You don't do my commandments, thou shalt be cursed. Now go to verse 68 and show one of those curses that God said he would put upon the children of Israel for not keeping his laws. Not for being a bad Christian and not giving a bum on the street a dollar.
That's right.
Not for missing Easter Sunday.
Right.
Not for eating the damn Eucharist cracker in Catholicism.
Right.
Not for marching around a damn rock, being Islamic.
Come on now,
Not giving
dog.
10%.
Not for
Come
not giving
on,
10%. He didn't say that I'm going to mess you up for not walking around that rock in Mecca. He didn't say those things. He said laws, commandments, curses. Verse 68.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Now, if you have ever read the Bible from the beginning, because we know how you Christians are, you start in the middle of the Bible expecting to understand the beginning.
That's cray-cray.
You cray-cray. You are out of your ever-living mind.
Somebody
Ever
bring
look.
him some almond milk.
You can't even do that in college.
No. I want to know, would you trust the doctor that said, listen, I only did a couple of years, then I dropped out.
Yeah.
Okay. You still going to put your life in that?
I went to college to be a doctor.
Right. I didn't read the whole thing.
I only read half the book.
I'm an average student.
So what I'm about to perform on you, it's like 50-50.
Right.
Come on now, dog.
We good?
Do you trust me with your life in your hand?
Stop.
Black people were like, yeah, I ain't got no insurance anyway.
Hey, put it on the pilot version. If a pilot tells you, hey, I didn't learn how to fly.
Oh, man.
I'm still learning.
I didn't complete the full hours.
But I did play a lot of Call of Duty.
I learned how to fly on missions on GTA. I landed
Hey,
the plane safely.
I didn't go to school to be a pilot,
Right.
but I did sleep in a Motel 6.
Damn, stop.
Your ass is gonna be, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I ain't getting on this spirit.
Nah, you sure? You sure?
Spirit. But yeah. So now read verse 68. So if you understand the beginning of the Bible, the Israelites were in Egypt in slavery under Pharaoh. That's why Moses went and said, let my people go. Now read verse 68 again with that understanding.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Slavery once again, but this time God is talking about how?
With ships.
This time you're going into slavery on ships. That's the curse of the Jews in the Torah, that they would go into slavery on ships for not keeping the laws of God. They would not go from Poland to damn Austria on a train.
Yep.
That's not written.
No. It was a train, not a ship, y'all.
Shit.
It was a train.
Yeah. It was there. You're right. That's how they got there. So he got Kyrie got in. That's crazy. Kyrie. Might something in the case, man. I don't know. But he got in trouble for that. For pushing that. So let's go back to the article and let's see what it says in there. Somebody said I slept at a Motel 6 beside an airport for a couple of weeks. Oh, bless your heart. Bless your heart. I hope the beds was clean. Ahead. Let's read that.
Hours before another Brooklyn Nets loss on Thursday, noted free thinker and basketball player Kyrie Irving took to Twitter to boost a movie and book, Hebrews to Negroes, stuffed with anti-Semitic tropes.
So it says it's stuffed with anti-Semitic tropes. Now go to the Twitter image to show what he posted, so you can see this. That's not it. Okay, read that.
Hebrews to Negroes, wake up, Black America.
So that's what he posted October 27th, right? Now go back to the article. So he posted that. It's on Amazon. Okay. All right, we'll get into that later. Now jump down to that third paragraph about the Black Hebrew.
The Black Hebrew Israelite movement is fairly broad, comprising organizations that, per the Anti-Defamation League,
ADL,
operate semi-independently. The movement generally coalesces around the notion that black people are the real descendants of the ancient Israelites.
That's biblical. That's historical. That's fact. We just read one of the curses that fell upon the ancient Israelites. Slavery on ships. Go back to it, verse 68, because it's going to get even more detailed of what happens when you get off those ships. Go ahead.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Slavery again.
With ships.
With ships. Cargo slave ships. Whether you want to deny it and say that Kyrie is anti-Semitic and Kanye is anti-Semitic and whoever agrees with him is also anti-Semitic, you have to acknowledge the fact that the history of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans is that they went into slavery on ships. You have to acknowledge that fact.
And you know what's crazy, Cap? When you read in Daniel, right, it says nobody has experienced what we experienced.
Right.
So if let's say, just for fun of it, let's say Amalek, the Jewish people, are the Israelites, then the fact that we suffered more atrocities than they did, that would prove that there's something wrong.
Yep.
Why would another nation suffer more than you if you're supposed to be the one suffering something that nobody else suffered.
Good damn point.
That was actually.
Oh, hey,
the
welcome,
point.
Officer
Hey,
Daniel.
man.
Hey,
Welcome to the
Sloan,
show. They let you off the plantation. All right, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sloan Captain, Sloan
Sloan.
officers.
Sloan,
What's
Sloan.
up? Yeah, that was actually the point that the Jewish people was reaching at when they said, "Why would you post something like this?"
Mhm.
Because going into the post that he did, he was addressing the truth about how the Israelites got here.
Yeah.
And it was like, hold on, this don't actually correlate with Jewish people's history.
Yes.
Hey,
It's like, wow.
You ever shine a light on a bunch of roaches when you walk?
Oh,
in?
they scatter.
They scatter. That's exactly what happens. Every time the truth is revealed, the light is shined on a bunch of roaches.
Ain't that
Yeah.
why he said?
That's
He says,
exactly
I'm a
what it
light.
is. Huh?
That's what he said in one of the interviews. He says, I'm a light.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did say
Right,
I'm a
yeah,
light.
he said
The
I'm a
word
beacon
is
of
the
light.
light, the beacon of light when we speak it. And the roaches, they hate it. So they, you know what they have to do? They got to gather in the corners, and then they plot. And once they gather in those corners,
Yep.
that's what you're seeing now. That's what you're seeing now.
Hey,
It's going to
Cap.
come out.
Just to land back off of you, y'all ever heard of the term it hit dog hollers?
Yeah, hit
That's
dog
pretty much
holler.
it.
That's a
Even
Judah term.
if what Kyrie said, if it wasn't true, if they wasn't, let's just say for instance, they are the real Jews, magically the real Jews, that comment shouldn't affect you. It should be like a ducks off a
Water
off a
duck's
duck's back.
Levi, that's supposed to be called Judah terms, man. Stop. Yeah,
I'm trying.
don't do it.
I'm
That's
trying.
all. Leave it for
to the
Judah.
Levi terms, man. But yeah, man. So that's what has happened. That is everybody's in an uproar over. Let's go back to the article real quick. Yeah, let's read that where you left off at. Black people are the real descendants of the ancient Israel. Oh no, we're supposed to be reading Deuteronomy 28, finishing out, right? So the ancient Israelites went into slavery on ships. You have to acknowledge that's the history of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that are scattered in North, Central, and South America and all over the world, even in China and Australia and the Congo and Saudi Arabia with the Afro-Iraqis and things of that nature. That's the history of blacks. Now, read on in that same verse.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Read on.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
So once we got off that ships, we were sold to our enemies. That's our history. As much as blacks of today in the 21st century want to run away from that and put that history in the past, that history is actually linking you back to God of who you truly are, and that the atrocities, it gives you answers of the atrocities that happened to us. Because one of the things that Kyrie saying is that he's on a search, he's a journey, he's learning. Well, biblical history and black history linked together solves the puzzle of why black people are suffering the way we suffer today. Why Hispanics are kept in cages when they migrate to America.
Right.
Why Native Indians were conquered in this land and placed on concentration camps in the middle of damn Oklahoma somewhere.
Called reservations.
Oh, that's what they call them.
Yeah.
They actually concentration camps, because to come off of that thing, you have to assimilate to your oppressor.
Right.
You can't be an outright I am give me a
Lightfoot.
I am
Lightfoot.
Buffalo Lightfoot, whatever you want to call it. You ever notice that Native American Gadites, they got slave names going along with it? My name is John Lightfoot.
Yep.
Y'all never thought about that, did you? They got white names too. My name is John Lightfoot. My name Billy Buffalo. My name is Alex Moonshine. All kind of crazy stuff. But they mix that with them. They suffering too, right? So you see he posted, go back to the Twitter image to show what he posted. So he posted that Hebrews to Negroes, Wake Up Black America. It's a book and a video, right? I want to make this known right now before we move on. Especially you, Israel. Shame on your ass, first off. Because they've been posting this damn book and sharing this video all over the internet when we got the wisest man on earth, Bishop Nathaniel, Bishop Yawasop, Bishop Kanai, and all the deacons that have sat down and broke down Genesis 49 and put it on a CD or DVDs for us to learn from, and put it on the damn website, and didn't nobody think to post that. They was pushing a book that they ain't never read they damn self.
You know what?
Never read it.
Remember what the scriptures say? When the rich man speak, everybody listen.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's what it is.
Yep. Good point right there. So I want you to pull it up so everybody can know what you really need to. That's what you really need to be getting right
12
there.
tribes breakdown.
Who are the Israelites today? Bishop Nathaniel, Bishop Yawasah, Bishop Kanai, they went through breaking down the 12 tribes. It's a 4-disc set, 7 hours of footage, all new books, detailed breakdowns. Matter of fact, we're going to do it right here live on Four Corners News so you can know how the hell to go get what is way more information with way more understanding than the books of somebody you don't even know.
Nothing.
That's right.
All right, you know, all praises that the
Is
Lord
the
put the spirit on him that he did that. But this is what you need to be watching right here. Pull up the internet. Let's go to it. Pull up the website. So this is the website right here, originalroyalty.com, where you can find it. We're going to do it live. Now, I want you to go to film. You see where film is. Now, you see everybody sees film. Now, all you got to do is click box set DVD.
Can't beat it. Come on, y'all.
Click that. Yep, there you go. And look at that. The first thing on there is the 12 tribes breakdown. All 12 tribes.
That's right.
Hours long of correct understanding of who Judah is, who Benjamin is, who Levi is, Ephraim, Manasseh, and Gad, and Issachar, and Simeon. All of Naphtali, all of them. Why is that so important? Why is that important? What do the people today say? We are Jewish and we are the tribe of Judah. Where's the rest of the tribes at?
Right.
What's the understanding on them? Nobody's thinking about that right now. Damn. Well, if they the Jewish and they say they the tribe of Judah, well, where's the other 11 tribes?
Right.
Nobody's mentioning those.
Nobody talk because they don't know, Cap. They're not doing their research. They just hearing and parakeeting.
Yep.
You gotta do your research. If
where
not,
are those other tribes at? Because the scriptures say, get that in Isaiah. I want y'all to look at this. This is Isaiah chapter 1, or is it 2? Let me see. Isaiah chapter 2. And I want you to read verse 4. Look what it says right here about when the Israelites are back in the land. All 12 tribes. Look at this.
Isaiah chapter 2 and verse 4.
You got yep, go ahead.
And he shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke many people.
That's Christ. He's coming back to rebuke many people. Go ahead.
And they shall beat their swords into plowshares.
These are all the other nations. Go ahead.
And their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation.
So nation shall not lift up sword against missiles now, right? AR-15s, what military weaponized guns. And what else? Go ahead.
Neither shall they learn war anymore.
Why is it war still going on in Israel right now? Why is the Palestinians going against the Jewish people? Why is that the Iranians have raised, just recently, raised the red flag of doom again? Why did they do that if God said that when the Israelites are back in Jerusalem, there will be no more war? Something ain't adding up. That's why they never mentioned the other 11 tribes. Oh, yeah, we Judah, that's it. Okay, yep, you say something about it. Oh, you're anti-Semitic. I'm just asking questions.
Come on now, dog.
I just wanted to make sense.
So if they always claim Judah, right, and there's 12 tribes, what if another person from another tribe says anything? Does that mean they're anti-Semitic too?
Might be. That hell, we don't know because they've never mentioned the other ones.
Right. I think that's why people should start saying, I'm Reuben. Now you want to claim Judah? I'm Reuben.
Right.
How am I anti-Semitic now?
There
Who
you
was
go.
those? What it was? Asians.
Yeah,
that
they
they
came
allowed
as
to come
Manasseh.
back to Jerusalem.
Yeah, they called them Manasseh.
And they
That
say,
was
"Oh,
Manasseh.
we found the other lost tribes
yeah,
of Israel."
Lost tribe of Manasseh.
Come on, man.
They come from a
on,
damn
man.
remote village in Hongbalahaka. Yeah, we found Manasseh, y'all. Come on.
Come on, man.
Let's go to the interview. But just so you all know, you can go on Original Royalty and get the 12 tribe breakdown. Matter of fact, go back to it because it was more on there.
There should be a share button on there too, where you could just copy. And
So
share
you
the
see
link.
the 12 tribes breakdown for this DVD set, and Bishop broke down Revelation, all 22 chapters.
Come on, come on.
Come on now.
Come on.
And it's got a bonus DVD of the 12 elders.
Right.
The truth shall make you free season. That's the stuff you need to feed your spirit with. Okay,
That's right.
not down in the brother that made that stuff. Okay, whatever. We cut him up 10 ways to damn Sabbath day on
Clubhouse.
on
Biblical
our
Smoke.
platform, Biblical Smoke. But that's where you need to start with your information right there. Hey, you can work your way backwards. The truth shall make you free. Get those to learn the deep basics.
Yeah.
Get you the 12 tribes breakdown to learn a little to increase the levels of understanding.
Right.
And then once you master that after about 10 years, you can get Revelation the Seals series and learn that. That's there for you. All right, so let's go see what Kanye, I keep saying
There
Kanye,
you go.
man.
That was
Kyrie.
last week.
Kyrie.
That was last week.
Let's go see what Kyrie actually,
Talking about.
how he defended himself when the storm or the tribulation came against him for the post. Let's pull it up.
And it's a title given to Christ, Philippians 2:11. And my name translates in the Hebrew language as Yahweh. So I went on the Amazon Prime. I was like, you know what, let me see if there are any documentaries on Yahweh. So went in the search bar, typed in Yahweh. That came up. Went out and shared it on my platform. That was my night. In terms of the backlash or what people call it, we're in 2022. History is not supposed to be hidden from anybody.
Ooh!
And I'm not a divisive person when it comes to
hold
religion.
on. Real quick.
right.
You heard where he found it from, right? He said he went to what? Amazon Prime. He went on Amazon Prime and found it. So it was nothing that he concocted or nothing. He was doing his research and he found it for free on Amazon Prime.
We're going to
Cap.
touch it.
Go ahead.
Is
that. Go ahead.
Amazon considered anti-Semitic for letting?
Don't jump
okay.
it. Don't jump it. Don't jump it. We're going to get there,
Man.
man. Give me that in the book of Matthew.
Public information.
What Christ said. Matthew chapter 24. Watch this. Matthew chapter 24. And I want you to read verse, let's start at verse 14.
Matthew chapter 24 and verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations.
So the gospel of the Most High, which is the gospel means good news. The good news for the Israelites, it will be, it says, preached in all nations for a witness unto all nations.
right.
And then the end comes. Kyrie said this ain't supposed to be hid. You know why they are trying to hide the understanding of the history of black folks and Hispanics and Native Indians? They don't want their kingdom to end.
That's right. Right.
Now you understand why they coming against Kanye. They coming against Kyrie.
That's right.
Everybody is anti-Semitic that speaks any kind of truth, any kind of historical fact of blacks and Hispanics on the earth. They don't want their kingdom to end. Just think about this. We are literally seeing it with our own eyes. If you don't know what's going on, you are spiritually blind. We see what Kanye said about who runs the industry.
Right.
We see it playing out in front of our eyes, y'all. He spoke the truth, and they tried to hide what he is trying to bring out is only revealing that they do not want the end to come because they have power in this kingdom.
That's right.
They are ruling in this kingdom. That's why they don't want this gospel, this good news for us to come out that our Lord and Savior is black. that we are the Israelites, and the reason we suffer these things is because of our sin against God. Because they understand that as long as we stay in sin, these people will never rise, and we will continue to make money off of them because we have set it up. The only way that they can prosper in this place is if they sin against their God. That's it. You find it? Go
10:26.
Bring it out.
Matthew chapter 10, verse 26. Just to land back off what Cap was talking about.
The book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 26. Bring it out. Fear them not, therefore, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, and hid that shall not be known.
Nothing hid that shall not be known. So just like how, I don't care how hard they try to bury it, they try to cover it, how many bodies they pile on top of it, how many apps they create to keep you docile and distracted. Most High said, listen, it will not be hid. This truth cannot be hid.
Yep. It says anything that's covered, it said it will be revealed.
It will.
The history, the answers that we have been searching for so long as a people, Christ said, I'm going to reveal it to you. In the last days, before he make his second coming, so you can have a chance at repentance, Christ said, I'm going to reveal it to you. And check this out. Read verse 27.
Right.
And look at this, what Christ said. Read that.
Verse 27. What I tell you in darkness, that speak ye in light. And what ye hear in the ear, that preach ye upon the housetops.
You would be going against Christ to hide the information that he has revealed unto you. If you kept it to yourself that God revealed, we the Israelites that Bible talking about, man, what them Israelites saying is, it makes sense, man. I read it for myself. That is our history, and it's in the Bible. But you know what? I ain't going to tell nobody else. I'm going to be quiet because I'm afraid of what people might do to me. You are going against Christ, your Lord and Savior. He said, I let you know, if you know that you are Israel in the last days, Jesus Christ revealed it to you. He said, I told you that in darkness. In the darkness, meaning in the secret places. I revealed it to you when you was on your computer, when you was on your phone.
That's right.
When you was sitting on your couch by yourself and nobody was looking. I woke your spirit up and revealed it to you that you was the Israelites the Bible speaks of. And now you better go and tell the next person, each one, reach one. Ain't that what it say?
Reach one, teach one.
How they taught us when we growing up? Each one, teach one. That's one of the mantras in the black community. Reach back and bring somebody with you. Go back into the hood and bring him out with you. That's what they say, right? But now when we get the knowledge that we Israelites, hey, nigga, you better shut up.
There you go. And that part where it says housetop, that's whatever platform you got to reach them. That might be television. That might be a media outlet. Listen, that's your housetop.
There you go.
To preach what was taught to you in darkness.
There you go. That's what your Facebook should be about.
Right.
Your Instagram, your damn Twitter.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Go ahead.
And one thing too, with the people that are rich, that money, what I'm starting to realize is that money is like hush money. It's a gift to make them shut up.
There you go.
Damn. So
that's that gift.
He called it hush money.
That's exactly
from the Jewish.
That's taking a from their daddy.
Cap, you know what's the crazy thing about it too?
Yeah.
That you know, like how we living in the times where the truth shall spring out of the earth, how the scriptures were saying. They always stated that all this information that was coming out, that it's false. They said that the things that Kyrie Irving posted, the information on there was false. They saying the same thing that Kanye West was stating, that we are the Israelites. Those things are false. But they never really brought out the information that says that those informations that's being pushed was misinformation. They never explained anything.
Hey, you know what? It's a state. You know, every state has like a little logo. You see it on the back of the license.
Right.
Y'all know what Missouri is called?
No.
It's the show me state.
Oh, show me state.
You gotta prove it. That's what Missouri, their mantra. So I be paying attention to the details, y'all. This is the stuff I pay attention to. In Missouri, that's called the show me state. You gotta prove it. Whatever you say.
That's right.
But that don't go with the rest of the world. Oh, that's a lie? Man, it sound damn good. You want to know the truth? No, hell no, I don't want to know the truth. Listen, that lie sounds too good to me. I'm making money off it. I'm profiting off it. Why would I ever want to know the truth? That's how this world is set up. The evil behind it. Go ahead.
And isn't that what the scriptures say in Wisdom of Solomon? They call ignorance peace.
Bliss.
Bliss. That's how our people are. Like they don't want to look into nothing. They just believe whatever somebody else
Come
says.
on now, dog.
Right. Go back to the video and let's see what Kyrie's further talking about.
It's not supposed to be hidden from anybody. And I'm not a divisive person when it comes to religion. I embrace all walks of life. You see it on all my platforms. I talk to all races, all cultures, all religions, and my response would be, it's not about educating yourself on what Semitism is and what anti-Semitism is. It's really about learning the root words of where these come from and understanding that this is an African heritage that is also belonging to the people. Africa is in it, whether you want to dismiss it or not. So the claims of anti-Semitism and who are the original chosen people of God, and we go into these religious conversations and it's a big no-no.
Yeah.
I don't live my way like that. I don't live my life that way. Excuse me. I grew up in a melting pot, and I say a melting pot of all races: white, black, red, yellow, Jewish, Christian, Muslim, and you can see the way I live my life now. I'm not here to be divisive, so they could push their agenda. I don't want to say they, because I'm not identifying any one group or race of people, but I'm in a unique position to have a level of influence on my community. And what I post does not mean that I support everything that's being said or everything that's being done, or I'm campaigning for anything. All I do is post things for my people in my community.
Pause it right there.
Oh man,
He has a point.
that's mega. He's not downplaying any other race, any other nation. He's letting you know he's only for his people.
That's it.
His message is for the people.
Hey man, move that comment put it on top of the banner in the
What we
middle,
got
man.
there?
You got it right in front of Cap.
Hey, Cap, remember there was a quote that you said a while ago. It was a couple FCNs ago.
Yeah, gotta remind me. I don't remember.
And the quote was when the love for your people is so strong, it looks like hate to everybody else.
That was a few years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, all praises.
Yeah, so they jealous, basically. The other nations are jealous.
Yep. They don't want us to love each other.
Right.
As much as hell, they don't even promote that, man. I can't even say that. You don't see commercials for black love.
Right.
No.
You see it. They promote what? Black murder.
There you go.
Or homosexuality.
All of that stuff. That's why that brother Takeoff from the Migos has been killed. His life was taken from him. Yeah, that's pretty good. Move it over there by Bishop. Yeah, put it over there by Bishop. Something right over there by him. But yeah, he was killed. They promote that stuff. They push that on the internet. They on the radio, they market they're coming in concert November, December. Get your tickets now. They promote that stuff. But when it comes to black love, they don't promote that at all. They don't want us to love one another because they profit off of black death.
Right.
This whole world profits off of black death.
The whole profit thing, right? It's not like they can't make profit if they push positive stuff. It's the point that they don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Because the any other race that does music, they make money. Like Taylor Swift, all those other singers, they make money. They're not pushing negative stuff. They just don't want us listening to positive things.
And a good point, because remember, that's their niche. They have to paint themselves as the good guys, the heroes. Remember, Christ looks like them. Every hero looks like them. So they need to rock us back to sleep by pushing that narrative that the only good people on the planet is them.
Yeah.
Right? That's them. Our women, that white snow bunny, she's the best looking woman on the planet.
Right.
That's the lie that they constantly push.
Yes, that's how they stay in power. They are keeping a mental preeminence over us.
I like that.
By doing those things where we look down and we'll kill each other, but you won't touch no white man.
Right.
A white woman, a old white lady can jog through a nigga's neighborhood in damn Philly on the dirtiest street and nobody will touch her.
That happened in Haiti, Cap. This Edomite tall Neanderthal, butt naked, running up and down Port-au-Prince. It's crazy. They got a video out here. We're gonna pray it one day. I'm telling you,
Tune
it's
in the Creole
crazy.
Corner for that.
Untouched.
We ain't
Yeah,
showing no
Creole
naked
Corner.
Edomites on Four Corners News. You got to tune in the Creole Corner with Captain
We'll play,
Barris.
we'll
He
play.
just escaped the caves.
It's crazy.
Right. So let's go back to that video. Let's get through that, man. We got a lot to get through. Let's go.
Or I'm campaigning for anything. All I do is post things for my people in my community and those that it's actually going to impact. Anybody else that has criticism, it obviously wasn't meant for them.
Hopefully, I'm understanding what you said, and I want to make sure I get it right because I don't want to misquote any part of it.
I don't expect understanding
Ooh.
from a media conglomerate group
Right.
that should
Makes
sincerely talks about
Hey,
the game of
pause the
basketball.
hey, I'm just keep it up, bro. I want you to understand what he's basically saying is I don't expect the Edomite to understand the word of God.
Boom.
Right.
I don't expect you to understand what I'm talking about when it comes
That's
to us
right.
being the chosen. I don't expect you to understand. It's not meant for you to understand it.
Right.
Go ahead, play it.
Conglomerate group that should sincerely talks about the game of basketball, and then we bring up religion as if it's correlative at times when it's convenient for people to bring it up. So please
That's an
just
intelligent
be direct
answer.
with your question so we can move on from this
Yeah,
and I can
okay.
talk about the game and go home to my son Elohim and my wife Marlene, okay?
His son.
That's right.
Am I to take it that
Hold on,
this
pause
would,
it. So we understand that Kyrie knows something. To name his son that that's a heavy title to carry.
Yeah.
But he named his son that, so he knows a little something. What the officers gonna say? Make it quick,
Hey,
man.
Cap, just one thing. Kyrie is a professional athlete. Number one thing that they say when you go into your
I
job
was
is
just- I was thinking
to
the
not
same
talk
thing.
about what? Religion, politics,
And how much you make?
and how much you make.
Yep.
So how come when it comes to basketball, he has to explain himself in a religious form? Shouldn't that be a violation of his rights, HIPAA or something like
He
that?
has to explain
Like,
his
I don't
religious
know.
beliefs at the workplace.
Halfway.
The boss said so.
Damn.
Because the
So the
slave
boss said,
master
I don't give a damn about them rules. I don't
Yeah,
care.
we made it up for
yourself.
y'all.
Explain yourself.
Go back to the video.
And my wife Marlene, okay?
am I to take it that this was what you shared was not something that you've even watched? This was you did watch it or either watch it or read it.
He watched it.
A lot of times I read a lot.
He been reading a lot.
whole bunch.
Reading a whole bunch.
So then do you, I guess, understand or not understand those that might imply that that work had anti-Semitic leanings in it? And I only ask this because the tweet is still up there, so
We're in 2022. It's on Amazon, a public platform. Whether you want to go watch it or not is up to you. There's things being posted every day. I'm no different than the next human being, so don't treat me any different. You guys come in here and make up this powerful influence I have over top of the adultery of, oh, you cannot post that. Why not?
Damn.
Why not? Everybody posts everything else. You saw the word nigger going up on Twitter, right?
Boom.
Pause it. Pause it.
Oh,
Psalms
damn.
83. This is why they are mad that we post anything, and that's why, for some reason, Israelites, we are black Hebrew Israelites, and we are general haters of everything.
Yeah.
Why can't we post that? Why? Because we the slaves and we supposed to remain the slaves?
That's what
Is
they
that why
want.
we can't? You can't
Yeah.
speak out of turn. You can't go out of the box that massa put you in?
Yes,
Is that why we can't speak on it?
Yes,
Give me that Psalms chapter 83. God answers the question of why they don't want us to speak on it. Go ahead. Psalms 83, go to verse 4.
Psalm chapter 83 and verse 4.
Verse 3. Go
Verse
ahead.
3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
That's why we can't speak on it. Crafty counsel is to make sure that they never speak about their history and where they come from. That's why they push Black History Month, and they give you that damn watered down civil rights hit in the head with a brick and a watermelon. And Martin Luther King got shot, and that's it, niggas.
Don't forget the fried chicken.
Hold hands and we shall overcome.
And then make sure vote or die for Martin Luther King.
Hey,
man.
Hey, Cap, remember the last time LeBron James tried to say anything
Shut up.
outside and dribble?
Shut up and dribble.
He did it quick.
Yep.
He did it quick.
Shut up and dribble,
They want to hear
nigga.
none of that.
Read it. Keep reading. They take crafty counsel.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
Uh-huh.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
That's why we
That's
can't
what they
post
want.
what we want to post.
That's what they
We
want.
have to post what they want us to post, which is what? What did Kanye say? I'ma kill this nigga.
Yeah.
I'ma F this B.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'ma
Kill
F
this
your-
nigga.
F your.
I'ma F you up.
Yeah.
Post that. Oh, good job,
Right.
nigga.
Pay him $3
Good
million.
job. You are staying in the confines of that box of niggerdom that I wanted you to stay in. That is exactly what we talked about when we sat down and had crafty counsel of how to rule over the niggers and spicks and wetbacks of America.
Look at ass.
Oh, he's good. He's falling right along with the plan, Jimmy Bob. Damn. Oh, wait a minute. This nigga Kyrie said that Hebrews the Negroes.
The hell is this?
Emergency!
Yep.
Put that nigga on a platform in front of
Right.
everybody and
Embarrass him.
let's tar and feather
Yeah.
him.
Cap, when when they say emergency, you know what they took? The book that they took, their manual, the Willie Lynch letter. Let's read.
That's
Let's read our way.
Yeah.
This nigga that got out of
we
slave.
supposed to
Let's
turn it
pull
back.
this uncivilized
out of
nigga
Part, this
and
one got
part
out of line.
and just devour him.
This
so the
nigga ran
others,
off the plantation. Let's
Yeah.
oh man, let's beat this nigga. Oh wow, beat the black off of him. Make him say Toby again. Go back to it.
Everybody posts everything else. You saw the word nigger going up on Twitter, right?
Woo!
I
That
don't hear us
cut
on
him!
that.
That's fine. Yeah.
I'm not here to be
Cold-blooded.
divisive on what's going on this or that. I'm not comparing Jews to blacks. I'm not comparing white to black. I'm not doing that. That conversation is dismissive, and it constantly revolves around the rhetoric of who are the chosen people of God. And I'm not here to argue over a person or a culture or religion on what they believe. No, this is what is here. It's on a public platform. Did I do anything illegal? Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Did I do anything illegal? Did I hurt
Yes.
anybody? Did I harm
In
anybody?
their
Am I going out
mind,
and
they
saying that I
saying,
hate
yes, you did.
yeah.
Yes, you stepped out of the lines of the box that we wanted you to be in. You stopped dribbling.
Yeah.
And you started talking, nigga.
Right.
You supposed to shut up and dribble.
This is how it goes. You know how Bishop Yawasab always says the Negro was made in America, right?
Right.
So this is the fact to bring out a whole bunch of niggas coming out, right?
Yeah.
And then there's a defective toy. You have to ship it back to the factory. You're like, this one is
Yeah,
defective.
fix this one. He reads.
Yeah.
Blessed is he that
Because he
readeth.
said that.
Yeah.
Go back to it. Man, we got to get through this. Let's go, y'all.
We gonna get through it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Did I do anything illegal? Did I hurt anybody? Did I harm anybody? Am I going out and saying that I hate one specific group of people? So out of all the judgment that people got from me posting, I just, without talking to me, and then I respect what Joe said, but there has a lot to do with the not ego or pride of how proud I am to be an African heritage, but also to be living as a free black man here in America, knowing the historical complexities for me to get here. So I'm not going to stand down on
Deuteronomy
anything that I
28.
believe in. I'm only going to get stronger because I'm not alone. I have a whole army around me.
That's right.
That's
Kyrie,
right.
while we're on the topic of
That's
promotion,
right.
why did you decide to promote something that Alex Jones said?
Skip this part.
That was a few
Skip it a little bit.
like, they had lives that were lost, so post
Keep
them
going.
out in his phone. I'm not here.
Of
There we
the
go.
movie and the book,
Can you please stop calling it a promotion? What am I promoting?
put it out on your platform.
But I'm
The hell
promoting
is
it.
this?
Do you see me doing? Do you see me
By
in front of
putting
the,
it out there,
the
people
title?
are going to say that you are
Yeah, I put it out there
promoting-
just like you put things out there, right?
Yeah, but
Okay.
it's not
you put
stuff,
things out there for a living, right?
right? But my stuff
Great.
is
So
not
let's move on.
filled
Let's
with
move on.
anti-Semitic
Let's
stuff.
move on. Don't dehumanize me up here.
I'm not doing
I'm
that.
another
You're
human
free
being.
to post
I can
what.
post whatever I want.
you
So
can
say
post what-
that and shut it down and move on to the next question.
But Kyrie, you have to understand that by
I don't have to
posting-
understand anything from you.
But it's
Nothing.
not me.
Nothing.
You
By
have to
No
posting
people that
what
you're
you
making
did,
that, bro. Move on.
But by posting
Move
what
on.
you
Next
did,
question. Next
anybody
question. Do
is
you
going
guys
to
have
look
any more
at
questions
it,
for
and they're
me?
going to say,
You guys have any more
Does he have
questions? Because this is going to be a
anti-Semitic
clip.
beliefs?
This is going to be a clip that he's going to marvel at. Is this any more questions?
but you're not answering the question.
Oh, this is another answering your question. Oh my God, let's make another Instagram clip so we could be famous again. Next question.
Kyrie, basketball related.
All right, so he's going back and forth from him. If you don't know, that shirt that he
That's
got on
right.
as well is of Mansa Musa,
Right.
right? He ruled the Mali Empire. If you read from Babylon to Timbuktu, guess who ruled the Mali Empire? Israelites. That was us. So he's saying something without saying something with that shirt that he got on right there, right? So understand that. Okay. Hey, so this is one thing you got to understand. This isn't something new. This is the waters rising, the level of understanding rising with Kyrie as it did with all of us, right? When we first came in, all we knew was, okay, Deuteronomy 28, we Israelites, okay. And then we began to learn the history behind us being Israelites. Bishop Nathaniel, Bishop Kanai would have 5 a.m. classes.
History in the morning.
History in the morning. Now that Bishop Nathaniel will bring out history books and Sabbath classes, and now it's transitioned into Deacon Ithon with Hidden History, which comes on Sundays at 3 p.m. Eastern time. But this is something that we see that Kyrie is evolving in his understanding. And because this isn't new. We brought this out last year on Four Corners News. Pull up the thumbnail of the video when we touched this before. Go ahead, bring it up. So you see Kyrie Irving been watching IUIC. That's what we stated last year in 2021. The word that he was speaking, it let us know that he has been searching for the question that all of our souls demands that we answer. Who are you? Our soul demands that of us in this world. You can the damn you know how you know that your soul demands this of you? Ask the drug dealer on the street. The drug dealer on the street, every drug dealer on the street think they deep in some type of way, some knowledge. They always got some, hey, let me drop some knowledge on you. But they might go in the Egyptology way. They might be on the damn third eye type way. All of that more. They might be in that. But what is really happening with that is that their soul is demanding an answer from them. Who are you? You got drug dealers that be talking, yeah, man, back in ancient this and that, we was this, that, and the other. It be skewed and off, but you know that their soul has demanded an answer. Who are you on this earth? And that's what Kyrie has been going over for a period of time. Pull up the images of the tweets that Kyrie posted last year. And y'all remember this because they made an uproar about this nigga even thinking about something else other than basketball. Pull it up. Read that for us, officer.
The original people are returning.
The original people are returning. If you see the date on that, that's back in 2021, February. He had the thought of the original people are returning. Keep reading.
Kyrie Irving posts a strange.
What? Hold a what?
A strange.
It's strange. Wait a minute.
How, Sway?
This nigga's thinking. Come on, dog. That's strange for niggas to think.
Wait a minute.
We didn't groom the tweet don't even say much, but to them it says a lot.
Strange. Why would Kyrie say the original people? Who do they think they are?
He thinking?
That's fear, man.
Yeah,
go back to it.
Emotional.
Read it.
The original people are returning. Kyrie Irving posts a strange yet fascinating tweet about Europeans and Americans changing history.
Go to the next one.
You better stop playing with history. You better stop lying to your people, Europe and America.
Why would he say Europe in that? You know why? Because Europe has lied and said that they are the ones that ruled during the Dark Ages.
Right.
That was us that ruled during those dark ages. That was us. You can see it all over Europe where it's black people.
Right.
The
coat of arms.
coat of arms is us in royal garments. But what has Europe done? They have lied about who we are as a people. Give me that in Wisdom of Solomon real quick. I want to show you what Solomon said about the dark ages. Wisdom of Solomon. I want you to read chapter 7 and verse 17.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and verse 17. For he hath given me certain knowledge of the things that are, namely, to know how the world was made, and the operation of the elements.
Read on. This is the point.
The beginning.
The beginning would be in Genesis, how God literally made the sun. Solomon knew how the sun was made. He didn't have to theorize like white man does.
Right. Evolution.
You know some
Hypothesis.
dumbass stuff that the white man has said that I've read before. The white man has said, the closer you get to the sun, the colder it gets. Nigga, what?
Wait a minute.
Caveman, what?
How, Sway?
Unbelievable.
He said the colder you get to the sun, you might freeze to death.
What in the hell?
You know, that's something that never made sense to me. How space is cold.
Oh man, don't.
I don't understand it.
Don't. He got you too, huh?
He got you. But these are the things that the white man said. The white man made up the things that. What did he say? Oh yeah, the Earth revolves around the sun.
Right.
Yeah. Let's put that out there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. When man was first created, we started out as crustaceans, and then we crawled out of the ocean as amphibians. But we can't breathe underwater. And then we started crawling on all fours. And then one day we grew some hair on our back and decided to stand up, and we turned into monkeys. And then we stayed walking on 2 feet, standing up as monkeys. And then eventually we shed all that damn hair and got taller and taller and taller and turned into a human.
How, Sway?
How come I ain't never see a damn monkey do that in this?
Why did monkeys stop evolving when we became humans? Monkeys said, "All right, that's enough, y'all. Let's stop evolving.
We're humans."
And why did it stop? Why did it stop at human? Why did they just keep going?
Right? Why did they evolve into nothing else?
I think I'll stay a monkey. I'm not.
How come I can't use my damn feet like a monkey? How did I lose that stuff, man? That's the crazy ass stuff that the white man said about the beginnings. But Solomon knew the things of how it actually was made in the beginning of times. And what else? Keep reading.
Right.
Verse 18 again.
The beginning, ending, and midst of the times.
He understood the Middle Ages, which is what they refer to as the Dark Ages, which Europe lies about. Kyrie been on. He said, Europe, y'all better stop lying to us. America, stop lying to us. We ain't the niggas that you said we was. Go back to it. Let's go back to it. Go ahead.
You better stop playing with history. You better stop lying to your people, Europe and America. You better stop feeding BS to the innocent children of God. The original people are returning.
You best believe it. We are returning. And read on.
And this time, God will intervene at every corner of the earth.
I just read that earlier. That's why that video was named Kyrie been watching IUIC. Because we just read earlier where it said, the gospel shall go into the four corners of the earth.
Right.
He just said God gonna intervene on every corner of the earth. Stop trying to hide what we are bringing out. You can't hide it because it's prophecy that we are to return to our God.
That's right.
You can't stop it. But this is what you see the nations doing. They are fighting to keep us from returning to our God. It's time for us to return to our God. We ain't got nowhere else to go.
No.
Our back's against the walls.
Right.
God is killing the people that we hold in high esteem, rappers, just to get our attention.
Right.
Before that great and dreadful day approaches. You know them rappers that you don't know, them internet YouTube rappers, PNB and all of them, PNB Rock and all of them Chicago rappers, them dudes, them rappers that got famous off of YouTube. Enough people didn't know them. God said, I know what to make you pay attention. Let me take one of your most beloved ones.
Right. Yeah. Because remember, you got a lot of these young kids that want that life, right? They'll write a whole notebook full of raps about killing each other, hoeing out their sisters. But then when it comes to becoming engineers or doctors, that's out of their mind. Yeah. So the Lord said, you know what? I'm gonna start killing them before y'all. Get your mind back on track and show you what your true purpose is.
Now, check this. I want you to understand because it may sound harsh what we just said. The brother Takeoff from Migos passed away. We don't wish death on nobody. Right. It's a sorrowful thing that group of rap art and their families and the mothers and the fathers of that man have to experience. But look what God does in his infinite wisdom when we are suffering emotionally from things that we hold in high esteem upon the earth. Give me that in Ecclesiastes, and I want you to read chapter 7, and I want you to read verse 2.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 2. It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting.
It's better to be in the house of mourning it's better to be sad than happy, God says. Read on.
For that is the end of all men. And the living will lay it to his heart.
The living will then take notice of the sorrow that is going on. Because when you happy, you only got a care in the world.
Right.
But when some mourning is in the midst of it, now those that are alive, you start to reflect on what's happening at the moment. Here's the proof of it. Read the next scripture.
Sorrow is better than laughter.
What is?
Sorrow is better than laughter.
Why? Because now you're going to reflect on the tragedy that brought you to that state of sorrow.
Right.
That's right.
Because every time we go to a funeral, what do we start doing? We start reflecting on the time that we got left in this life.
Right.
And we also ask, why did that person pass?
Yep.
Whether it's health conditions or a violent act,
Yep.
you're like, damn, I'm not going to, hopefully I don't fall in the same way.
I got to start eating
either.
better. I got to start living better.
You
I gotta start
evaluate
doing
your
this.
life.
Yep.
Yeah.
Read that again, verse 3.
Verse 3. Sorrow is better than laughter. For by the sadness of
hold on, read it again.
For by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better.
The heart is the mind. God said by the sad, when you're sad, he can actually teach you something.
Right.
Damn.
Right.
God said when you're in the state of mourning, he can now actually speak to you. God he can open up your spirit and give you understanding and speak to you when you're in a state of mourning. But when you happy, you ain't worried about nothing that God got to say. So he has to bring tragedy into your life in order to put his word inside your spirit.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Cap, that was that put you in a state of humility. So
there you go.
Now someone can actually speak to you in that type of a state.
Yep. And you can take that in. You be like, yeah, man, you're right. Damn, that did happen. It makes sense of it. And how much the more better when it comes out the Bible.
Right.
Now you understand, hey, bro, this is why it happened right here. This is why you lost them. This is why you lost her. This is why you go through these things. You wouldn't have thought that thing. And I'll tell you a story for myself. God had me on a journey to find him, but guess what? I wasn't on that journey until God made me hit rock bottom.
Right.
When I was hit rock bottom, then God said, "Yep, I got you." And I remember it like it was yesterday, sitting in front of my computer, sad as hell. The thought popped in my mind of what my earthly father told me. He told me this a long time ago. I was in college. I didn't think nothing about it, but it was in my mind. He said the original Hebrews was black. That's what my earthly father told me years before it, but it didn't hit me or come into my mind until I was rock bottom. And then I typed it in on the computer. It popped up. And that was 10, 11 years ago. I've been on the mission. All praise to the Most High. He called me out of the darkness. But if I was balling, you wouldn't have thought about it. Nope. Just how it is with Kanye. Yeah. Kanye wouldn't have thought about the Lord until what? That damn Edomite devil. He realized she used me, took my kids from me, and taking white rod now.
Man.
Damn. He was like, hey, man. They the devil. And we the original 12 tribes. He said the 12 tribes of Judah. 12 tribes of Judah. But that was the Lord breaking it to him. That was it. But God can deal with you when he got you in that state of mourning, right?
Can I get the script?
Yeah, go ahead, Cap.
Okay, Job 30:27 real quick. No,
yeah, that's it.
36, I'm sorry. Is it 36?
Job.
Hold on, that's not it.
What you
open their ears, affliction.
Oh, in affliction.
Yeah.
Job 33. What is it?
No.
Open their ears in affliction.
One in Job.
33, maybe 14 or something.
30
like
what?
30.
Okay,
36,
go ahead.
15? There we go.
Job, the book of Job, chapter 36 and verse 15. Even so, would he have...
36, 15. There you go. 15. Them Cambridge Bibles, man.
Job, chapter 36 and verse 15.
Come on, Wolverhampton.
He delivereth the poor in his affliction, and openeth their ears in oppression.
Oppression. During their oppression,
I need a pen.
That's when the Lord will speak to you.
Who got a pen?
Because like what Cap just brought out, you have the fame, the money, You living the life. You doped up on Kool-Aid.
Yep.
I'm telling you. So you doped up Kool-Aid you never tasted before, right? So now, what? Guess what? The Lord has to humble you down, take a couple of billions from you, and then next thing you know, listen, we are the Israelites.
Yeah.
That's
all
right.
praises, man. Hey, so you see that? Let me write this precept. That's a cold precept right there, Captain Bears. All right, so you see that Kanye or Kyrie, they both been on a journey, right? So now look what happens when we start to come closer to God. Look what the oppressor does to us. Pull it up. Read that for us, officer, starting from the top.
Nets owner Joe Tsai released a statement on Kyrie Irving.
Joe Tsai is a Moabite. He's a Chinese person that owns the Nets along probably with some other people and things of that nature. But he's a Chinese person. It says he released a statement on Kyrie Irving coming back to his God as the original people. Read it.
I'm disappointed that Kyrie appears to support a film based on a book full of anti-Semitic disinformation. I want to sit down and make sure he understands.
Oh, golly. You know how bad that is? Hey, I want to sit down with him and make sure he understands he stepped outside of the box that we made for him.
Damn.
The hush money that we gave him when he signed the contract.
Right.
He ain't quiet no more. He's violating the terms of the contract.
How much you getting again?
$43 million a year. That's how much Kyrie's getting paid. I want to sit down with him and make sure he understands his place. That's what he's saying behind those words. Go back to it. Go back to it. Read it.
I want to sit down and make sure he understands this is hurtful to all of us. And as a man of faith, it is wrong to promote hate based on race, ethnicity, or religion.
Okay, so that's what the owner of the Brooklyn Nets said, right?
But Cap, I got a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why they never went after Jeff Bezos?
We gonna get there. We gonna get there. I know y'all want to jump in. We gonna get there. Go to the next image because this happens on. I think this is what the New York Post that brought this out. Look what now since he's coming back to not wanting to be a nigga like they labeled us. Look what they said. Read it.
O'Connor.
No. Read the big ass bold print in your face.
What a waste.
They say his life.
Damn.
Him playing for them. What
go.
a waste of a nigga.
Right.
What a waste of a slave we paid money for.
Stop.
I thought y'all brought him.
Entertain us.
There you go.
I thought
Entertain.
y'all.
Come on now,
I thought y'all
dog.
brought him in for a championship.
Right.
All that money.
What a waste. He's actually trying to be conscious.
There you go.
Hey, Cap, if you go back to the thumbnail thing that they did on Kyrie. You see in the front row, they came
Go
out.
back to it. Pull it up.
Oh yeah.
They came out and they
Yeah,
probably
I'm
tried
gonna-
to set up camp. They tried to set up camp on Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
I wish somebody threw him a
intimidate
hard
him.
ball
Come on
and he
now,
dived
dog.
through the whole crowd.
Yeah.
Shoot, throw the ball this way.
The hell is this?
You know what that
What's
is?
going on?
That is bullying.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what that is.
Yep.
That's exactly
Nobody
what that
said
is.
nothing about that. Nobody said nothing about that
Sit
right there.
right front row on his side.
Read that, O'Connor.
Team side.
O'Connor. Kyrie could have owned City, but intolerable behavior tarnishes it all. Irving ducks media after Nets and skid.
So they say that he could have came in there. He could have been the top shining Negro and a beacon to all the Negroes in Brooklyn. But he wasted it on trying to return back to his God.
Right.
To be for his own people.
To be for his own people.
That's
Posting
right.
stuff for his people. He has wasted his championship ambitions here. So it's now look at this. This is the worst part about it. That as we come to try to get closer to God. Give me that in James. Watch this. As we take our steps to get closer to God, those that seem to be of high esteem to us are going to be some of our greatest adversaries. I want you to read this in James and look what God says to do. James chapter 4, and I want you to read verse 7 and 8.
James chapter 4 and verse 7. Submit yourselves therefore to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you.
Resist the devil means to resist the things that Satan offers you in this world.
Yeah.
The temptations that he gives you,
That's
the same
right.
stuff that he offered Christ.
Right.
Where he said, if you bow down, I give you all the power you want. For it's unto me to give it to who I will. I'm the prince of the air of this world. But we are trying to flee or resist the devil and flee from him so that he flees from us, but we get ostracized and alienized and
blackballed,
smeared, or our character gets smeared when we try to flee from the devil. Read verse 8.
Verse 8. Draw nigh to God.
That's the only way you can draw nigh to God, is you resist the temptations that Satan puts in front of you in this world, where you deny your God. That's the only way you can draw nigh to God, if you resist the temptations that Satan provides you. Read on.
And he will draw nigh to you.
He's trying to draw nigh to us because he can't be around us when we are occupied in sin.
Right.
He will flee that. We can't be occupied. We can't have 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You can't be lukewarm. You can't serve God and mammon like Jesus Christ said. But if you draw nigh to God, he will draw nigh to you. That's what he wants. He wants his children to return back to him in righteousness, not as the niggas that they made us to be in this world, like Bishop Yawasop said. We can't return to God on our own terms. We have to flee the things that Satan has laid out in front of us as trinkets, as what is held in high esteem here. Read on.
Cleanse your hands, ye sinners. And purify your hearts, ye double-minded.
Now look what happens when we try to purify our hearts.
Be afflicted.
No, stop right there. Look what happens when we try to purify. No, you can do it. It's you can say something when the white man comes against you. You expect that. You know that they are your arch enemy in your soul. You know.
Right.
But when your own people try to stifle you from coming back to God and want you to remain in that sin that you are in, that hurts you to your heart.
Oh, yeah.
Pull up what everybody's favorite player was in the early 2000s said about Kyrie. Pull it up. Y'all know what we used to call him? Shaq Diesel.
Yeah. Yep.
He's the big jolly giant. Everybody loves Shaq. Look what he said about Kyrie. Play that. Oh, read that.
It hurts me sometimes when we have to sit up here and talk about stuff that divides the game, that we got to answer for what this idiot has done.
He called him out.
Take a few steps back. Wow. Hey, Cap, something like that, when you got your own people, when you are trying to stand up for your people, and then you got your own people turning on you, it makes you feel like the whole world is against you.
There you go.
That's a shame.
It do.
That is a damn shame to see that, man.
Yep.
A lot of people look up to him.
now, dog.
And at this crucial period where your people is standing and waiting to hear from your mouth, to see something positive, some type of support for your brother to come out, and then you go ahead and take the back route.
Yeah.
You support the enemy. That's so sad.
Hey, you know what you just said in the post? Now it kind of makes it clear for me why Joseph Arimathea, why he was a disciple of Christ in secret. Because if he was public, his own people would have went against him.
Yeah, the Pharisees, the scribes would have came after him.
And
exactly.
Shaq would have been better off. He would have never said nothing.
That's
because the scripture talks
It
about
says that.
huh?
Yeah, go ahead.
The scripture talks about fool. If he holds his silence, it's like he's wise. He might as well not say nothing.
But
he didn't have to weigh on it.
He has to say
There
something.
you go.
To keep his M's.
No, it ain't the M's. Nigga, get out there and destroy your own people.
Yeah.
Damn. Fall in line to this Willie Lynch letter. We're going to be called racist if we do it, so we're going to send you, and you better go.
There's a clip, the old Roots movie. I don't know if we got it, But the old Roots movie, when they started whipping Kunta, it wasn't Esau doing it. They put Jake up in there, his own brother, to hit him with the whip.
Yep.
Okay, it's the same thing. You got the brother holding the whip. You got Diesel holding the whip now. You got other brothers coming up speaking against him right back.
Pull up the article and show who else. We're gonna go through this. Go pull up that article.
Idiot, Kyrie Irving should have been.
No, you skipped the top, man.
Look, who's that?
Charles Barkley.
That's
Charles
the other one.
Barkley.
Holding the whip for Esau.
He's whipping him with Shaq.
Oh, man.
Read it again.
Charles Barkley. Idiot, Kyrie Irving should have been suspended.
Both of them called him idiots. Turned on him quick. It wasn't just him. Go to the next one.
Come on now, dog.
A guy named Bomani. Let's play that.
Wow.
What should the Nets do about Kyrie or about this out of line, out of pocket slave? Play it.
Do you think they should be speaking out on this subject and hold some accountability as well in terms of leadership here? KD specifically.
Well, I think if you want to make it specific to Durant, maybe we're having a bit of a conversation. And I'm honestly not sure where I am about that, because I do think that these are treacherous waters for a lot of people, and they would prefer not to be roped into Kyrie's controversy just because he wants to act a fool. The thing about the rest of the team is Kyrie Irving exists as leader. Like, for those of us who are a little bit older, I think we have a tendency to look at guys as still being young like they were when they came in the league. But this is Kyrie Irving in what I believe is his 11th season. Those dudes that are down the roster look at Kyrie Irving as something different. Like, that's somebody for them to look up to. So, no, they're not going to come out and say anything about what is really the leader of their team. And that's another reason why I look at it for the Nets. Like, can you have a dude that is really existing as the leader of your team, but you can't trust him to talk in front of people in public? Because the whole thing about not making him available there speaks to me why I would not have him on the team. He refuses to back down, and you can't put him back out there because he's going to go.
What did that nigga say? Oh, sorry. Sorry, my bad.
You said it right.
Lord forgive me.
No, you spoke
What
right.
did that brother say?
You spoke right.
He refuses to bow down. He said back down. He refuses to bow down to the oppressor. Like the rest of us has, like Shaq did, like Charles Barkley did. He refuses to bow down like the rest of us.
Hey, Cap, A said on Biblical Smoke, if they acting like niggas, you can call them niggas.
Okay, all praises. He said he refuses. I just wanted to bring it up. He refused to bow down. You can't put him out there speak for the rest of the niggas because he's different. He might be one of 1,000. Right. You can't put him out there in front of people. You got to hide him because one man can influence millions of people. Look what Bishop Nathaniel's done with Israel United in Christ.
Right.
Starting this back in 2013.
That's
one
right.
man has influenced millions. And, It's 2003, right? 2003. Influenced millions of people, more people than we can even imagine. Cause I was telling, speaking to him earlier, I said, type in Kyrie on TikTok and look how many people, when you scroll, hundreds of videos of how many people know that we Israel and that we are Semitic.
Right.
Hundreds of videos. People you would just walk by and be like, oh, they don't know they Israel. But in their mind, it's the seed has been planted. We Israel, we Semitic, we the chosen people of God.
Right.
They've got this skin upon them, but they don't have the breath within yet.
That's right.
God reserving them is what it says in Romans, right? I have 7,000 that haven't bowed the knee. They reserved right now. But you got these that's saying he won't bow down. Go to the next video.
And while we switch over, I hope you heard what he said. If he was the owner of that team, he would have let him go.
Yeah,
he would have to let him go.
Yep.
So that'll let you know he would do worse
than the heathen.
I'm telling you, this is crazy.
Cap, when you said that means if I was over the Brooklyn
If
Nets,
I was
the general manager,
if I was the taskmaster,
there you go.
If
Holding
I
the whip,
was the overseer,
there you go.
I'd make sure he wouldn't upset you no more, boss.
Right.
Yeah. That's what he just said.
Go to the next video.
Kyrie would have you believe he has done his research and that he knows. And oh, by the way, I'm not gonna waste my energy trying to explain to y'all because y'all are not going to get it. And what y'all are saying is, then what the hell you posted on social media for? He doesn't get it, but he thinks you don't get it. He thinks we don't get it. We're the lost souls. We don't comprehend. And that's what I'm trying to get to the bottom of this. The reason why I can say that is that it's applicable to everything. When he was in Cleveland and there was issues with LeBron.
So he's painting a picture where he's always a consistent problem.
There you go.
Damn.
He's a troublemaker. Wow. He's a troubler of Israel.
He keep running off the plantation.
You know what?
You might as well chop off his foot.
Damn.
That's what he's saying. I'm just translating, y'all.
Yeah.
And you know what else he's saying? He's saying, listen, you're making it hard for me. These Edomites are coming at me and saying, what's wrong with this nigga?
Yeah.
That's what they're saying. Like, what? That's what Charles Barkley said. What was the other one?
Shaq. Bomani Jones.
Yeah, it's like, you making it hard for us.
Give me that Acts 17 and 6. This is really what they are saying about him. And we're going to keep going. This is really what they're saying. And they say it's about all of us. That's why they separate themselves from us. Our family separate. If you are 10 toes down in this truth, and you stand up for the Most High God, your family separates themselves from you. They don't want to be around you. Yeah. The only reason you see them is because you still go around them. Right. How do we know that? When Christ was out doing the work, they told him, they said, hey, your mother and your brothers is out there to see you. Christ said, who's my mother and father but those that believe in the word of God and keep his commandments? They would already wasn't following him. They wasn't around him. They had to go and find him. So anytime that you're around, if you ain't 10 toes down with that, that means that you going to see them because they are automatically going to separate themselves from you. You know why? Because light and darkness cannot exist in the same place.
Yep.
Evil and wickedness cannot exist in the same place. Somebody going to have to give in. Give me that Acts chapter 17, verse 6. This is what they're saying about him. And all of us. Go ahead.
Acts chapter 17 and verse 6. And when they found them not, they drew Jason and certain brethren unto the rulers of the city.
They took him. They took him to the executives. Yeah. They took him to the top, the head honchos, the NBA commissioner. They took him to the ADL, the Anti-Defamation League, and said what?
Crying, these that have turned the world upside down are come hither also.
Kanye and Kyrie know now. They are trying to turn the world upside down, and now Kyrie's trying to do it too. Look what he said on Twitter. We got to send out his own people to chop him down. There you
go. Right.
Go now. Go to the other video. Because look at this. You've been wondering, where's Amari Stoudemire in all events?
Oh,
damn.
Where's this dude that says that he's an Israelite? Where's all of it? Where he been at defending Kanye? Why ain't he defending Kyrie? Where he been up speaking for him? Because he says, where's that video? As I forgot to tell you to find it. Find the video of what he said when he first came out. Amari Stoudemire.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Play this and look what he said against his own people that's saying what he say. Play it.
All right, so this is all the on-the-court stuff as it surrounds the Brooklyn Nets. But as most people are aware, there's a lot more to this story.
Look,
the Nets now are being advised by the Anti-Defamation League on how to handle Kyrie.
He's standing in between the damn slave master and the damn overseer. And watch when he starts speaking.
The hell is this? Kyrie Irving's social media post of last week that linked to a movie filled with anti-Semitic rhetoric. For the second straight night after their game, the Nets did not make Irving available to the media. Here's their general manager, Sean Marks.
We don't want to cause, more fuss right now, more interaction with people. Like, let's let him simmer down and let's let this whole,
If that ain't slave talk.
Yep.
Let that nigga simmer down. Right. Put him in the hot box.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, let us whip him first for
hang him about his neck on his tippy toes for the rest of the niggas to see and let him simmer down.
They said we didn't want to let him speak to the media, so therefore he's not gonna speak to the media.
Yeah. So that means
he can't speak to y'all.
Yeah.
He control their voice.
He's a bad slave.
He's on timeout.
Right.
Damn.
He's out in the back picking extra cotton. let him simmer down.
Right.
Let him simmer down.
Go back to it now.
To the people, like, let's let him simmer down and let's let this whole, I guess, let's the cooler minds prevail. And I think we need to go out and become, educate ourselves, educate the whole group, and get some direction. Seek from the experts, and the experts is, one of them is certainly the ADL.
Woj, this has obviously created an enormous uproar. What is the latest as far as the team, the league, and anything else the fans should know?
Yeah, listen, the league sent out, as did the Players Association yesterday.
Skip what he's saying. I don't give a damn what the hell he's
saying that for sharing.
I will get straight to the tall.
A lot of people would like to hear. And again, I'll remind you, were there last year, so you have a relationship with Kyrie. What is your perspective on all of it?
Well, I think Woj is right. I mean, you have to give an apology. And because if you're going to promote a documentary that has false allegations inside of it, and you may not understand that these allegations that's inside the documentary.
Pause it. He already said that this nigga got to bow down and come over to keeping these Amalek Israeli Jewish ways.
Right.
He can't be separate from them. He has to bow down to them and apologize.
And he made a documentary basically talking about the same thing.
Pull up the last video that's in there, and let's see what Amari Stoudemire said a few years ago.
Did he just publicly sell out and nobody knew?
Yes.
Yeah.
The last one in there.
He been sold.
Man, there's going to be a lot of blood in the streets when
I
Christ
don't know
comes
what
back.
Amalek
Play the
did to
video,
him.
man. We got to go. Play it. We got to go.
Be in the streets.
Play it.
Damn.
What did Amalek
The last
do to
one.
him?
As we all know, with the African American community, we are being somewhat attacked culturally, physically, and mentally.
We are being attacked.
I decided to put a quick letter together. I feel like it's very important for us as athletes, entertainers, and so forth.
Athletes, entertainers. Pause it real quick. The same people that Kyrie and Kanye are trying to reach, right? Keep playing.
Our community in a positive way.
Hold on. He said he's trying to impact the community in a what? Positive way. Same thing Kyrie said. For my people. Play.
Yeah.
King, America is essentially a dream. From the looks of things, the so-called African American community appears to be walking with their eyes wide shut. As for our forefathers, they were brought to this nation as slaves, and we are suffering from a serious identity crisis.
Damn.
In one generation, we were called or referred to as color, then Negroes, Afro-American, blacks, and eventually African Americans. Who are we, people?
Oh! Hey!
But this is not by accident. This is the hand of God, as it is written. In Deuteronomy 28, verse 36 through 37,
And he quoted scripture.
the Lord will bring you and the king which was set over you into a nation which you or your fathers have known. And there you will serve other gods, wood and stone. And you will become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations where the Lord will lead you.
Wow.
And this is one scripture.
Oh, he
out
got
of the
more.
entire Bible. I can show you plenty more. With that being said, I ask that this be viewed not merely as a statement, but as a call to action. In the near future, I'll be sponsoring a community development roundtable meeting with some other concerned, proactive community leaders.
I'm going to take this to other black people and tell them they Israelites. Go ahead.
It's time that we stop thinking as individual persons and begin to mobilize as a unified people.
Okay, go
Peace
to
and
the
love.
other one that's in there.
Amari Stoudemire.
Because y'all can watch this. Oh, just YouTube
Yes,
Amari
YouTube.
Stoudemire.
Yeah, it's
And
all
that was
over.
7 years ago.
7 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay, go to the other one now.
The other one is 2021.
That's
Whoa.
crazy.
Play
Man.
it. Play it, man.
It's going to be a lot of blood for these traders,
Like,
man.
listen,
Go ahead.
this is a space where none of us is.
That look like. Hey, hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Go back a little bit.
All it.
Play it. Go ahead, play it.
Wait
I'm
a
saying
minute.
you
This is a
get ready to
space
hit
where
space.
none of us is.
You still
It's space bar. Wait a minute. Hey,
Champs.
that's Drake Champs.
That's
Hey,
champs.
Amari Stoudemire was on Drake Champs.
Halfway.
Take a few steps back.
You ain't got the answers, man.
Wow.
Got the answers.
God is good.
God is good. Hey, it's nothing that is hid that shall not be revealed.
Dang.
Let it play. Let it play. Let it play.
Listen.
To this day.
Yeah, I'm like, listen, and the African Americans that were brought here as slaves are Israelites. So let me go here now, plant a seed here, build this program here, so that way now that we're returning back to our land, so then now, I built that whole little infrastructure. So there's a whole different level of like learning.
Pause it. Now look at this. He sounds pro-black.
Right.
He sounds anti-Semitic as hell,
Right.
don't he?
Right.
But guess what happened? Now go back and go to the other video after that one where we just hated.
So when he's pro-black, he's wearing street clothes. But now when he's selling
you see
out,
his
he
whole
put on a
appearance.
suit.
Now go back
His whole
to it.
appearance changed.
Go back to it. The other one.
The news one.
There you
Now
go.
go to the other one. The other video. The next one. Play it.
To the Nets handling of Kyrie. Amari Stoudemire, six-time All-Star, joining the conversation. Amari, you bring a very unique perspective.
sad.
Obviously, we all know the success you had with Nash on the court, and then you were an assistant on the Nets, and also you're a black man who is Jewish. What was your reaction to Kyrie?
Oh, snap.
I mean, my initial reaction was, what I've noticed throughout the years of Kyrie is that he's a guy who's really trying to find his identity, right? He's on this quest of searching for information and knowledge, and while acquiring this type of information, he got to be more mindful of doing more research, checking your sources, reviewing before you actually, promote
Disseminating
anything.
it.
Right, exactly. And I think that's something that Kyrie's probably lacking right now, is that he's not really doing the full vetting of what he's promoting.
Pause
I think
it. You know what that full vetting means? Is what he's actually saying? You have stepped out of line.
Right.
You didn't make the necessary calls
There you go.
of the people that you need to talk to where they will accept you and you can come into this money,
There you
nigga.
go. There you
You
go.
didn't check
Yeah.
in.
You didn't check in.
You remember saying, look at this. You ain't check in.
Damn.
Hey,
Check
Cal, I'm gonna
in,
tell you
homie.
straight up. I can't take somebody
Wait a
serious
minute.
who has some Edomite nuts on their sack.
Oh, man. Yeah, I remember that
I
clip.
can't take that dude serious, man.
You put Amalek on his back?
Yeah.
You put Amalek on his back?
Yeah,
he did.
Hey, in the back of Amalek's mind, he like, that's my good going.
But Cap, you know what happens? These brothers, what they do is, because when they first, because the Israelites this is where this information is coming from. The Lord put the Spirit on the Israelites to understand this Bible, and we teaching this Bible, and a lot of these high-profile brothers are hearing this information from us. And then the word is caught up in them where it, it's burning, and they have to say something.
Yes.
Right.
Eventually it's the Lord.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And
Yeah.
they didn't take the proper counsels to say, you know what? Let me take it this direction.
Yeah.
And they get caught up.
But that happens to
That's
all of
all
us,
of
though.
us, yes.
Give me that in Jeremiah chapter 20.
Mm-hmm.
Because what we are seeing with Kyrie and Kanye has happened to all of us when you was filled with the Spirit of the Lord. Happened to me, Cap Severus, happened to all of us. We wanted everybody to know what we knew. That's biblical, what they doing. Jeremiah 20, and I want you to read verse 9.
Jeremiah chapter 20 and verse 9. Then I said, I will not make mention of him, nor speak any more in his name.
That's how they feel when they get cast down by their own people, right? Read on.
But his word was in mine heart as a burning fire, shut up in my bones.
Read.
And I was weary with forbearing, and I could not stay.
I was weary. You know what that means? It hurt to keep this understanding inside.
Right.
I had to say something. Say it again.
You lose sleep.
Yes.
I remember when I first learned it, man, I couldn't sleep.
Yep.
I wanted to learn everything.
Everything.
Oh, man.
I told y'all before, man, when I first learned, I had my first Bible coming to the truth, Leviticus chapter 11, every single verse is highlighted.
Yeah.
I highlighted the whole chapter, y'all. Damn, we ain't supposed to eat that. We ain't supposed to eat this.
Right.
I'm supposed to eat this right here. Oh, damn, I can't eat catfish no more. Damn, I can't eat. You can't eat no squid or nothing like that. I didn't know that. Highlighted the whole chapter. The word was down in me. I couldn't break. And once I highlighted the whole damn chapter, guess who? As soon as I woke up, hey, you know we can't eat that no more right there. Look at
you had to teach.
That's right.
Look at all the read all that.
You had to teach.
I couldn't hold it down in me.
That's
but
right.
what happens when that word, when you are truly filled with the Spirit of God and that word, and He gives you that understanding and you come back to life, what happens around you? Verse 10.
For I heard the defaming.
Hold on. He did what?
I heard the defaming of many.
Kyrie has heard what?
The defaming of many.
Kanye has heard what?
The defaming of many.
All of us that have repented and said that we are Israelites and we ain't black no more. What did we hear?
The defaming of many.
Defamed us. You niggas is crazy.
Right.
You black Hebrew Israelites, y'all cult.
Yeah.
That's a defaming of many. And guess who the many is? It's not only the other nations, it's our people that defamed us.
Right.
Those that we wanted to help so bad. They said, nigga, you crazy talking that. Keep reading in it though.
Yeah, here you go.
Fear on every side. Report, say they, and we will report it.
I dare you say something, and I'm going to go back to Massa.
Right. Yep.
I dare you to report what God told you. I'm going to go back and I'm going to tell Massa on you. I'm going to speak against you, Amari. Just last year. Yeah, we the real Israelites.
Right.
I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Oh, Kyrie, y'all want me to speak against Kyrie? I will do it.
It's showtime.
Showtime. Read on.
All my familiars watched from my halter.
They watched for me to fall. They watched for the white man to put me on public display and speak evil about me and call me an idiot when they ain't did the research they own damn self.
Right.
Shaq ain't did the research.
Ballhead.
Barkley ain't did the research.
Ballhead.
Bomani Jones ain't did the research.
Ballhead.
Stephen A ain't did the
A.
research.
That's another one.
Shannon Sharp ain't did the research. He admitted it on the show to a white man. He said, I ain't watched it myself.
Stupid as
I ain't watched it either.
He said he could be telling the truth. I don't know.
Shannon
said that.
No, Skip Bayless, the white man said
the
that.
only one.
He said he could be telling the truth. I don't know. The black people automatically dismissed it, and they watched for his fall. They watched for the other nations and these Jewish people. They said it's only a matter of time before they make that nigga bow down, and I'm going to sit back and watch it. And that's what they did. And they said, as while we watching him, waiting on the fall to come, we're going to make sure that we solidify our place with our oppressor.
Right.
So when the overcoming scourge pass through, we will not be affected by it. Damn. Read on in there. Finish it out.
Yeah.
Peradventure, he will be enticed,
Uh-huh.
and we shall prevail against him, and we shall take our revenge on him.
I don't like that nigga anyway.
That's the revenge.
Yeah.
Entice meaning we're gonna rock you back to sleep. You're gonna go through the museum, okay? You're gonna agree with the contract, and then guess what? After you agree with it, look stupid in front of your people, guess what? Now we could continue the destruction.
Yep.
Hey,
you
that's
know
not sitting down with the rabbi, Cap. You
gotta
sit down with the
Hey,
rabbi.
we got more to get to, man. We got more to get to. Keep playing in that. Keep playing in that video we was just on. Because somebody there got some sense, though. Play it.
Before you actually, promote
Disseminating
anything.
it.
Right, exactly. And I think that's something that Kyrie's probably lacking right now is that he's not really doing the full vetting of what he's promoting, and I think that's getting him into trouble.
Absolutely.
I want to get to Kyrie Irving in 1 second.
Listen to
but I
him.
want to make a bigger point that I think a lot of people have missed that is worth our attention and time.
This is heavy.
So, over the last several days, I've heard a lot of people come out and speak against Kyrie Irving, right? Which they should. I get it. On the lack of due diligence, I watched the entire film. I watched the entire thing. There's a lot of things in the film I disagree with. The curiosity nature of it.
Damn. Sealed.
You see, he didn't say, I completely disagree with everything that was said in there. They let you know that when he watched it himself, his spirit bear witness with it. Give me that in Romans, man.
He understood it.
We don't understand what God is. God is doing a marvelous thing right before our eyes right here. We are witnessing the sealing of the saints in the last days.
There we go.
We might not know who it is.
Right.
God does, but we are witnessing the sealing of the saints before our eyes. He said, I don't completely disagree with everything.
Right.
Some of it I do. But there's some shit on there. I saw that. Yeah, it makes sense.
It makes perfect sense.
Right.
Read that in Romans. You know what I want. Verse 8:16.
Romans chapter 8 and verse 16. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of God.
This word of God bears witness with our spirit that we are the people of the book. Whenever we read it or when we see something that is bringing the scriptures to life visually, the spirit that is within us that has demanded that we answer the question, who are you, black man? Who are you? Your spirit bears witness, and it tells you inside of you, that's you is talking about. That's you right there. Come, and as God said, come back to me. I'm talking to you. That's you is speaking about right there. Go back to the video. Let's watch him.
I watched the entire thing. There's a lot of things in the film I disagree with. The curiosity nature of it is interesting. But I will say this. Where is that same attention and energy for the platform that is promoting it and profiting off it?
There you go, y'all.
I don't hear any of that talk around Jeff Bezos and Amazon.
Jeff Bezos, white man.
I don't hear anybody talking about that.
Now pause it real quick. I want to set this up. Now listen to him bring, y'all can drop it. Listen to him bring actual, factual, common sense to the whole melee going on with Kyrie.
Right.
Listen to him bring common sense, spiritual sense to the matter at hand. And look what happens. And y'all tell me if they didn't Toby him and pull out the whip. Watch this. Play it. No, what you doing? What you doing?
Come on, man. Stick with us, man.
Play it.
Everybody's skewing their anger towards Kyrie for taking a picture of it and tweeting about it. Now, there deserves to be more context there from Kyrie. I think where Kyrie lost a lot of people is the unwillingness to go to the podium and expound upon the points that he learned from watching this. Right? And actually coming out and saying, I don't stand about calling Jewish people the devil. And there was a lot of misinformation from watching this. But I go back to the bigger macro point.
Hold on. Run it back real quick, because I don't know the play it.
Stand about calling Jewish people the devil. And there was a lot of misinformation, but this is my main point from watching this. But I go back to the bigger macro point.
Stop it. What the scriptures say? Give me that Sirach chapter 11, verse 7.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Look at this. I want y'all to pay attention what just happened before our eyes, y'all. Sirach 11, verse 7.
The book of Sirach, chapter 11 and verse 7. Blame not before thou hast examined the truth. Understand first and then rebuke.
Read on.
Answer not before thou hast heard the cause. Neither interrupt men in the midst of their talk.
Especially if you're a woman. Don't interrupt the man in the midst of his talking. Go back to the video, run it back a little bit, and look what just happened when this slave started to make sense and was about to awaken the people. Go back to it. Play it.
Upon the points that he learned from watching this. Right? And actually coming out and saying, I don't stand about calling Jewish people the devil. And there was a lot of misinformation, but this is my main point from watching this. But I go back to the bigger macro point.
She cut him off in pause mid-sentence.
Wow. You know she got queued up.
In her ear. Cut the nigga off.
Go.
Yeah, stop him right now, Molly. Now listen to what. Listen, that's her name. Her name's Molly. But listen to what she says. Play it.
Irresponsible, even if you have curiosity. It is
I agree with you, Molly.
irresponsible to amplify messages from Hitler.
I agree.
That's what he stated.
So
when did Kyrie do that?
That's not. I just want to make that.
No,
when did Kyrie do that?
But ever, under any circumstance.
Yes. So why is it on a major platform? Why is it a major platform amplifying?
Good question.
Kyrie amplified it. The 14.7 million. I think that's a great point. But the platform is profiting and promoting it to billions of people. So the anti-Semitism, if that is a thing, and I've called a lot of my Jewish friends. We have talked about this. I get it. Kyrie Irving deserves a lot of heat. Then put heat towards something where it deserves it too. And that's on the platform. And I feel like that whole thing is being missed here.
Real quick.
Come on, man.
Because remember, who is it? Jeff Bezos is the billion. He's
There
a
you go.
billionaire.
Billionaire.
And Kyrie's just small potatoes, y'all.
Yep.
So bring everybody to the table.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't seen not one. No one called him out. Called Jeff Bezos out.
No.
Nobody, because everything that's his platform.
Yeah. And you know why they ain't called him out? Because he's white, just like them.
He's the rich man.
And they make money from his platform
There you
called Amazon.
Right.
And the Jewish man ain't going to speak evil about his cash cow. Deflect all the attention on the nigga that is promoting that because it was hidden. And he is bringing it to light. We can't let it happen.
Right. So, Cap, a.k.a. we make money off of this, but you can't.
You can't come back to your God off of it.
Yeah, that's the most important part, because the fact that he's black, he's looking into his history. He's like, nah, we can't have that. He's influencing other people to look into their history.
There you go.
Hey, Cap, just one thing. I'm just gonna veer off, but it still flows within the point. Did y'all know that Adidas was founded by a Nazi German dude?
No, I didn't know that.
They willing to cut off Kanye West for speaking.
But they didn't mention where they came from.
Where they came from. They like to keep stuff hidden.
Yeah. Now go to the other video, cause it's some, and this dude's a coon, but it's some spiritual eyes that are being opened in this thing. They're on ESPN talking about black people being the real Jews. You know how many niggas sit in the barbershop and watch ESPN and are talking about Kyrie and Kanye saying we the real Jews, and it's going down the line. Yeah, that's who we are. They might not got the skin, the breath in them, but yeah, that's who we are. We the originals. We the real. I see them all the time. Them purple niggas, all they. But yeah, but they crazy. But what they talking about is true.
You just said something. The two major main influences that so-called blacks, Hispanics deal with is rap music and sports.
There you go. And what God using? Both of them to wake us up. The Most High is an infinite
genius.
He's beyond. It ain't even a word from the Most High.
Nope.
The scriptures say, what's it say?
Omnipotent.
Omnipotent.
His wisdom is deeper than the ocean and further than the daggone space can be measured. Now, go to the other video. Jason Whitlock.
Got to explain to me why Kyrie Irving is on the front lines if this documentary is this anti-Semitic. Why is Kyrie Irving on the front line and not Jeff Bezos? And Amazon. Kyrie Irving's not going to make a dime off of this documentary. Kyrie Irving didn't put the documentary together. He didn't put it on Amazon. And so this whole outrage over Kyrie Irving seems completely dishonest to me.
It is.
Because if this documentary is as negative and as harmful as they're arguing, why wouldn't you take it up with Jeff Bezos and Amazon? That's who platformed it. That's who's profiting from it. He retweeted the graphic image that was probably taken from Amazon and Jeff Bezos' corporation. Damn it, you got to explain to me.
Okay, you can cut it.
Right there. Let me get it.
Yeah, go break it up, Cal.
Get Sirach 13 and 22 quick. I don't want Cap to lose his point.
Sirach chapter 13 and verse 22.
This is what we experiencing right here. Go ahead.
When a rich man is fallen, he hath many helpers.
He has many helpers. Go ahead.
He speaketh things not to be spoken.
He speaketh things not to be spoken. Okay, come on.
And yet men justify him.
Do what?
Yet men justify him.
They justify him.
That's
Go ahead.
a cold precept.
The poor man slipped, and yet they rebuked him too.
They do what?
They rebuked him too.
Read.
He spake wisely and could have no place.
He can't have no place, y'all.
Kyrie spoke wisely.
Right.
We the original people. I know who I am. Hebrews we Israelites and turned into Negroes.
Right.
But nobody wants to hear him. No. Read on verse 23 though.
Verse 23. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue. And look, what he saith, they extol it to the clouds.
Even if it's a lie, they extol it to the clouds. Go ahead.
But if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this?
Who's this nigga over here? Who's it? Who taught you how to read?
Yep. Right.
Who that nigga on that nan?
Wait a minute.
Ain't he supposed to just shut up
Right.
and dribble?
Damn.
Who is this? Read on.
And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him.
Think that what our own
That's what
people
they just
did?
right there.
Yep.
They are helping to overthrow
Overthrow.
him. And look at this. Little Scrappy, he been watching.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, Officer Lemuel look like a little fake little Scrappy, don't he?
Damn.
Just notice that. Watch when he play it. He noticed what they've been doing to him.
Yeah, he kind of
Play the video.
I feel what he's saying. I feel it. I really, I was telling my people, I feel like black people is the worst when it comes to criticism.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they will see all the other races jump on this one black person, and then they gonna go jump on them too, knowing
That's
that
what we
these
just
people
saw.
been killing us and they've been doing everything, and then these people say, "Oh, look what he's doing to the Jews." And Cuz said, "Well, black people were the first Jews. Woo! We can go in, let's go back." That's like, right. And but when he said that, because none of the Jews never want to say, "Let's talk about the let's." Now they be like, no, because we don't even know about this. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't know about this, but it's 12 tribes, my. It's 12 tribes that was, and when you say 12 tribes, those are the 12 tribes that's still going on to this day.
Wow. He been
You know
watching.
what I'm saying? Same tribes. It's the Asian, black, white, got a whole bunch of motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So it like when he went on that rant, he was trying to say something, but he just didn't know how to say it the right way. I feel it.
Pause it. We know who Lil Scrappy been watching, ain't he?
There you go.
He been watching the Israelites. Man, give me that in Isaiah chapter 29, verse 14. Isaiah 29, 14, and then I want to go to Psalms real quick, man. All praise to the Most High that he called us out of that darkness into his marvelous light. Right. And we are witnessing him do the same thing to our brothers and sisters all over the earth. Read that in Isaiah 29, 14.
Isaiah chapter 29 and verse 14. Therefore, behold, I will proceed to do a marvelous work.
He's doing a what?
A marvelous work.
The Most High is doing a marvelous work. Where you don't want to listen to the ones that he called. They've been doing it for 30 years, like Bishop Nathaniel and Bishop Yawasah, Bishop Kanai and the deacons, and you don't want to listen to the captains and say, you don't want to listen to them. Okay, all right. Well, I'm going to do a marvelous work before your eyes. I'm going to put it on, God said I'm going to put it on every single network, and it's going to be the talk of the town. Right. And when Kanye fizzle out, Kyrie, get back on it. Dang. Kyrie, speak up.
Yep.
The angel whispered in his ear, speak on behalf of God. Post it. Because remember, the ways of a man's goings are of the Lord.
Right.
You know, the scripture say when he sleepeth, the
God seals the instructions. God said, I'm going to do a marvelous work. Read on.
Among this people, even a marvelous work and a wonder. For the wisdom of their wise men shall perish, and the understanding of their prudent men shall be hid.
God's going to put those prudent are your doctors and your, the pathetics, the ones that think they got some knowledge above the Israelites because we didn't go to them white man's theology school. Right. God said, I'm going to hide that. I'm going to shun that. And everybody's going to watch the Israelites on the earth when they drop videos, when they do Sabbath classes on it. They're going to tune into it. And I'm going to hide that, and that stuff's going to perish from off the earth because he's going to do this. Psalms chapter 50, and I want you to read verse 20. Why is he doing this? 20, give me 20 and go to 21. 50 and 21.
Psalms chapter 50 and verse 21. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself.
They really thought that they was the people of God.
Right.
They thought Jesus was a white man. They thought God's a white man with dog hair looking like damn Charles Manson sitting on the throne of the heavens.
The hell is this?
No, he ain't you. He ain't one of you. Read on.
But I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes.
That's what God is doing right now.
Right.
You know how he's setting us in order? Who in the hell would have thought that little Scrappy knows it's 12 tribes of Israel and that they are still upon the earth today, just like it's white people, it's Asian people on the earth today. Little Scrappy says, hey man, we are crabs in a barrel against our own people. Where's all the 12 tribes? They ain't gone no more. They still here. Who would have thought that he would be setting in order Little Scrappy? Yeah. I don't know. I forget the songs that he used to do back in the day. Huh?
You don't want no problems?
I'm surprised you remember that. You need to repent, Kevin.
Got him.
Go to the image that he said, that Little Scrappy said.
Wow, man, we are def the number one who go against each other. But y'all ain't gonna say nothing about them folks that be trashing us and doing it since the beginning of time.
Woo! Damn.
Y'all more on him than our oppressors.
Wow.
Yay messed up, but we even more effed up for loving his fall. That's hate.
That's heavy.
Oh,
Yay messed up. Go back to it real quick. Yay messed up, but we even more effed up for loving his fall. That's hating. Can you give me 1 Maccabees chapter 11, verse 21? This proves that we the Israelites.
Right.
When somebody stood up on behalf of us to deliver us, just like Moses did, we said, who is you, nigga, to try to deliver us from oppression? Who you think you are? You want a prince set over us?
Right.
You ain't nobody. Read that in 1 Maccabees 11:21.
1 Maccabees chapter 11 and verse 21. Then certain ungodly persons who hated their own people.
Who did what?
Hated their own people.
Israelites hate their own people. Scrappy just said it, man. We sat here and we watched his downfall, and we loved it when they did embarrass him in front of everybody. You've been hating your own people and loving the oppressor since the ancient times. Read on.
Went unto the king and told him that Jonathan besieged the tower.
Hey man, Kyrie trying to stand up for his people. Y'all better say something to him. Go to what Charleston Heston said about what's going on with Kanye and Kyrie. Play that video real quick.
We watched come up out of Chicago. Not only that, the only who I've ever seen advocate for Larry Hoover to be free.
That's true.
The only entertainer I ever seen advocate for Larry Hoover to be free. Lil Durk ain't done it.
Charleston White.
So here go Ye. He stand up. We all saying, yeah, he right. But boy, when they grab that baddest, that's always been a tactic. You take the baddest,
Willie Lynch left.
Bring him out in front of all the slaves, and you tie him up, and you whoop him, 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 and you whoop him,
that eye still lazy.
and you whoop him. And you whoop him, and you keep whooping him in front of all these slaves. This y'all baddest one, y'all richest one. He gonna stand up to us, and we all sit there and watch. Don't nobody join in. No celebrity, no entertainer. Jay-Z punk ass turned on him. $1 billion.
Look at that.
Take a few steps back.
They sat there and watched him, and then they did this. Go to the next image. They sat there and watched him. All of our brothers that stood up on behalf of us and said that we the real Jews that the Bible speaks of, because they actually read it themselves.
That's right.
And they spirit bear witness with it. And that's what we do. Our spirit bear witness with it. And God said, freely you have received, freely you shall give. And look what they saying about us on the internet. Pull it up. Zoom in on it. Look what Willie Earl Sparrow. Willie Earl Sparrow Jr.
That's a slave name.
That's a slave-ass name. Look at that. Read what it say.
Maybe they have the purple and gold version too.
The who?
The purple and gold version too.
The Israelites. Israel united in Christ.
Yeah.
Read.
They get on my nerves every single HBCU game.
You damn right, because we there. We in the chief place of concourse.
Probably
Thus
see your
saith
mama
the
over there,
Lord.
too.
That's right. Read on.
They need to go to PWI events.
I don't know what the hell that is. Go ahead.
They have more people.
Look how they mock Kyrie for saying that we are the Israelites and tried to draw them near to God. Look how they mock him. Black Hebrew Israelite, unvaxxed, flat earther, yells on street corners, adult-sized costume.
Wow. Wow.
That's scriptural.
That's crazy.
Give me that in Wisdom of Solomon real quick, man. We got some more to get through, man. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5. And is that what I want? Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5. And I want you to, is that what I want? Let me see. No, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1. And I want you to read verse,
Yes.
Bring it out.
verse 12.
Wisdom of Solomon.
Chapter 2, verse 12.
Chapter 2 and verse 12.
Read.
Therefore,
Bring it out.
let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doings.
He ain't caught up in the evil that we doing. He's showing up at the damn HBCU games, telling us to keep the Sabbath day holy, telling our women to put on some clothes and take out that damn white woman weave in your hair, and telling these damn boys to man up and stop switching like a damn woman.
Damn.
Read on.
He upbraideth us with our offending the Lord, and objecteth to our infamy, the transgressings of our education.
Read on.
He professeth to have the knowledge of God.
Come over here and listen. Go ahead.
And he calleth himself the child of the Lord.
He say, I'm an Israelite. Read on. Read on 14, 15.
He was made to reprove our thoughts.
You damn right. Like Bishop said last week, he don't know about Kanye, but we was born for this.
That's right.
We was made to reprove your wicked ass thoughts. Kanye might be too. We don't know. Only time will tell. Read on.
He is grievous unto us, even to behold.
We don't even want to see him. Let that nigga simmer down.
Damn.
And we're going to show you how grievous he is to behold. Keep reading.
For his life is not like other men.
He don't sin like us.
His ways are of another fashion.
He celebrate Passover instead of Easter.
Right.
He keep the Feast of Dedication instead of damn Christmas. Who this nigga think he is? Who that nigga on that nan?
We better celebrate our
Go back now. Watch this. Go to the other video. Look what Reggie Miller said. Just pull up the article. It's an article. Pull it up. Look what Reggie Miller said. I gotta get through this stuff. Go to it. Bear with me, Captain Shim, y'all. Bear with me, sir. Please, sir. Have mercy on me. Read that real quick.
Reggie Miller wonders where NBA players are in midst of Kyrie Irving controversy. It's been crickets.
Where you at, pro-black ass LeBron James?
Right.
Where you at, all these Black Lives Matter t-shirts?
He actually put on fringes at one point.
At one point? Where you at? We're turning your shirt inside out, Chris Paul.
Right.
Where you at to defend Kyrie when the whole NBA is coming against your brother? Right. Where you at to stand up for him and say, hey, I don't agree with what he's saying, but he does have the right to the freedom of speech.
Right. Bring it out.
Where you at? How come you ain't talking about Jeff Bezos? Right. Where you at? Why ain't you defending your brother? Why are you standing against the blood of thy neighbor like the scriptures say you ain't supposed to do? Damn. Woo!
I know where they at. They auditioning.
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 That's
for
Levi,
the next.
the Levi
for the next Planet of the Apes movie.
You right.
Yep.
But look what happens when you keep having all of this against you. And pull it up. I'm gonna tell you what's happening right now. Pull it up. Read that real quick.
Kyrie Irving issues joint statement with ADL saying, I admit the negative impact of my post. Commits $500,000 donation to eradicate hate.
I'm going to tell you right now, that's smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
Right. Somebody that was close to him said, hey, man, Kyrie, man, just take the heat off your back and just tell him that you see the negative impact and you're not against hate. Just put something out there that puts you in a good light again, man. Somebody close to him said that.
Yeah.
You know how we know that? Because when he sat on that podium, he said, hey, man, I got a whole army with me. I'm only going to get stronger. A man that speaks like that does not turn around the next day or two and say, hey, I admit for the eradicate, I'm going to give you $500,000. Yeah. Somebody close to him that got influence told him to say that. Because we're going to prove it. Or why that wasn't in his spirit, that came from somebody else. Now, read the next thing on it, what it says, the little image I got.
Come on, pull it up.
Look what go ahead.
Worth noting, Kyrie does not flat out say, I'm sorry or I apologize.
He didn't say, I'm sorry or I apologize. Yeah, I understand who I heard. Go ahead.
Which has some people saying his statement and donation isn't enough.
You know who said his statement and his donation of $500,000 ain't enough? Go to the next image. Where you at? Oh, what we doing?
Where we at?
Okay.
Next image, y'all.
Yeah, pull it up. That's who said it?
At Nike.
Nike said it wasn't enough. Nike said him giving $500,000 ain't enough. They came out and said what?
We believe there is no place for hate speech, and we condemn any form of anti-Semitism.
They said him saying that and giving them money wasn't enough.
Wicked ass.
And now look at this. Look at this, y'all. Remember I just said that it's smoke and mirrors. That ain't him talking. Somebody told him to put that out there.
Orchestrated.
Play the next video and look and show how the word is burning down in Kyrie's bones. Play it.
Hindsight, are you sorry for the hurt that you're
Are you sorry?
I take my responsibility for posting that.
He didn't say I'm
Some
sorry.
things
I take
are
responsibility.
Questionable in there, untrue. Like I said, in the first time you guys asked me when I was sitting on that stage, I don't believe everything that everybody posts. It's a documentary. So I take my responsibility.
It seems like Adam Silver wanted to hear the word "I apologize," or in your mind, you said I didn't mean to cause any harm.
Say sorry, nigga.
Bow
I
down.
didn't mean to cause any harm. I'm not the one that made the documentary.
Damn.
What are the specific things in the documentary?
That's I accept the consequences for what I've done. That's it.
I think some of the criticism of the Jewish faith in the community, for sure. Some points made in there that were unfortunate.
Kyrie, are you surprised that you did hurt people?
Surprised that I did hurt people?
Are you surprised that reaction and some of the things that you did hurt people?
Yeah, I think I can ask a better question. It's just, where were you when I was a kid, figuring out that 300 million of my ancestors are buried in America?
Damn!
Where were you guys asking those same questions when I was a kid, learning about the traumatic events of my familial history and what I'm proud to come from and why I'm proud to stand here?
He's talking about the Native Americans being killed.
Right.
That's Go ahead.
When I repeat myself that I'm not going to stand down, it has nothing to do with dismissing any other race or group of people. I'm just proud of my heritage and what we've been through. And the fact that this has pinned me against the Jewish community. And I'm here answering questions of whether or not I'm sorry or not on something I didn't create. And it was something I shared. And I'm telling everybody I'm taking responsibility. Then that's where I sit. So, you know, these same questions that you guys ask, me dealing with it as being a melanated, pigmented person all around the world and dealing with racial biases against my skin color, demeaning me because of my religious beliefs.
Woo!
And I'm still sitting in the seat standing. So I take my full responsibility. Again, I'll repeat it, for posting something on my Instagram or Twitter that may have had some unfortunate falsehoods in it. But I also am a human being that's 30 years old, and I've been growing up in a country that's told me that I wasn't worth anything. I come from a slave class, and I come from a people that are meant to be treated the way we get treated every day. So
He said that
I'm not here to.
I'm coming from a people that say that I'm a nothing but a nigga, and I shouldn't esteem. I shouldn't
stood up.
I shouldn't try to be anything else than the niggas you say we are. That's what you portray. That's what you tell me. That's what you telling me right now. When as I posted this, you saying that I can't stand on my feet and be a man of God, an Israelite. Read on. Play on.
Be treated the way we get treated every day. So I'm not here to compare anyone's atrocities or tragic events that their families have dealt with generations of time. I'm just here to continue to expose things that our world continues to put in darkness. I'm a light. I'm a beacon of light. That's what I'm here to do. You guys ask me questions about basketball.
That's right.
I give you my expert opinion. You guys ask me about other things. I give you my opinion. And it's met with whatever you believe the perception or the deception is. You guys investigate my life every day. And you justify it by serving your own purpose, which I honor. I would like the same respect in return. figuring out just like anyone else. So please keep that same energy when we're talking about anti-other things. Because just because I post a documentary doesn't mean I'm anti-Semitic. And doesn't mean that I'm automatically standing with everyone that
Skip through it a little bit.
is believing in this. But I study. I know the Oxford Dictionary. You look it up, right?
Go back a little bit.
Dismiss.
Go ahead.
And I'm proud of who I am. Any label that you put on me, I'm able to dismiss because I study. I know the Oxford Dictionary. You look it up, right? Just one of the biggest mistakes I had in being a kid was not knowing European or Western language until I started looking it up and understanding the definitions and why they say, if you want to trick a black person, put it in the book. I was wondering my whole life why they said that. Now I'm 30 years old and I know reading is a superpower because it helps me understand where I'm going.
Seek ye out the book of the Lord and read.
Kyrie,
that's right.
The documentary listed among falsehoods. It said the Holocaust didn't happen. Do you believe the Holocaust
those falsehoods are unfortunate. And it's not that I don't believe in the Holocaust. I never said that. I never, ever have said it. It's not come out of my mouth. I never tweeted it. I never liked anything like it. So the Holocaust in itself is an event.
Skip through a little bit.
Something to a garbage. No one said that. And emotionally, and it's still going on. And you guys are asking me, respectfully, to speak on something that was a documentary that I had nothing to do with. I didn't make it. So just please keep that same energy when you guys are addressing me.
Kyrie, for the record, do you have any anti-Semitic beliefs?
Listen.
Again, I'm going to repeat. I don't know how the label becomes justified because you guys ask me the same questions over and over again. But this is not going to turn into a spin around cycle.
Here we go.
Questions upon questions. I told you guys how I felt. I respect all walks of life and embrace all walks of life. That's where I sit.
I think what people want to hear, though, is just a yes or no on that question. Yes or no.
I cannot be anti-Semitic if I know where I come from.
Paul. Damn.
There you go.
Woo!
Damn.
That's
I
right.
can't be anti-Semitic because I know where I come from. Now let's go through these real quick. Pull them up. Pull it up. Pull it up. Pull it up. Watch this. Watch this. Now look at this. For him not saying I'm sorry, for him not bowing down so they can walk over him. Look what just happened. Breaking news. Play it.
Day in Brooklyn, where Kyrie Irving spoke to reporters for the first time since he and the Nets put out a lengthy statement that didn't include an explicit apology from Irving. So here's Kyrie in his entirety today.
A week of
skip all that, go to the white dude.
It's a documentary, so take my responsibility.
It seems like Adam.
I was informed that they wanted to have a meeting, and we handled it.
Kyrie, have any? Shortly before Irving spoke today, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver issued a statement saying Irving made a, quote, reckless decision to post a link to a film containing deeply offensive anti-Semitic material. He added he is, quote, disappointed that he has not offered an unqualified apology and will be meeting with Irving in the next week. This is the first time that any statement from the team, from the league, or the PA has specifically addressed Irving. Here now with Janae Agumake, Richard Jefferson.
And then what they do, they keep playing it. Listen.
Vince Carter and our guest, Rabbi Erez Sherman.
They brought a white dude over there.
Wow. Thank you so much.
And look who's all around him. Pause it. Look who's all around him.
Jake.
Black.
How, Sway?
Destroy this nigga.
You ain't got the answers, man.
Hey, Cap, that's like the deadly, the nuke. Bring in the rabbi.
There you go. And I want all black people to be here to denounce what he says so nobody else will believe it.
Right.
Now, I want you to pull up what they just did because he did not bow down to them. Pull it up.
One thing they trying to... Okay, go ahead.
Read that, officer.
Net's statement on Kyrie Irving. We are of the view that he is currently unfit to be associated with the Brooklyn Nets.
He's unfit. He's beside himself. He's gone crazy. Go ahead.
We have decided that Kyrie will serve a suspension without pay until he satisfies.
Until he what?
Satisfies. A series of objective remedial measures.
Whoa!
Take a tour.
Isaiah 51.
Cap, they trying to label him as crazy just like Kanye West. That's it.
They said that he is unfit to be around us, and you will no longer see one of our top slaves until he passes the reprogramming.
There you go, the reprogramming.
Gotta be reprogrammed.
Sound like he going
And
back
then
into
we'll
the
put him
Matrix.
back in front of you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because he would not do this.
Right.
Isaiah 51:23.
Isaiah chapter 51 and verse 23. But I will put it into the hand of them that afflict thee, which have said to thy soul, bow down.
That's what they said to Kyrie, and he didn't do it.
Nah.
He didn't bow down. Read on.
That's right.
That we may go over.
Uh-huh.
And thou hast laid thy body as the ground, and as the street to them that went
Shaq,
over.
Charles Barkley, Bomani James, Stephen A., and all the other niggas.
Right.
Yeah.
That laid their body to the ground so these Jewish people can walk over you with your history that you know is true. But this is what God, those that have the Spirit of God in them, this is what we do instead of laying down. Jump back up to verse 17.
Verse 17. Awake, awake.
That's what we do. We woke up out of the damn deep sleep that they put us in. And we did what when we woke up?
Stand up.
We did what?
Stand
up. Still laying down on the damn ground with our belly on the ground so they can walk over us. We did what?
Stand up.
We stood the hell up and said, we Israelites.
Right. That's right.
We the real people of the book. Right. We the ancient Jews.
That's
right. And we gonna keep on telling your ass that until Christ come back. And we don't care if you don't believe it. We don't care how many of our people turn against us, because God already told us that it's going to happen, and they're going to turn us and kill us just like they did the disciples and the prophets.
That's right.
We know it's coming, but we got a greater reward for standing on behalf of God instead of standing on behalf of our oppressor. Read on in that.
O Jerusalem, which has drunk at the hand of the Lord the cup of his fury.
The slavery we've been going through. Go ahead.
Thou hast drunken the dregs of the cup of trembling and wrung them out.
God has wrung them out. He's gave us all of the worst that we could possibly have here in this place. And it might get worse, but what we got to do is trust in God, cleave unto him, and stand against the evildoers of this world. And Christ has promised us that we'll receive a crown of glory and eternal life when he makes his second coming.
That's right.
All right? So we'll end it right there here on Four Corners News. Castleberries, you up?
All right, Israel. It's that time again to put your money where your mouth is and support this truth. Don't forget to join us at Booster Club today at IUIC.fundraiser at IsraelUnite.org.
That's right. So stay tuned. Precept upon precept coming on right up after us with Captain Shim, Officer Mark, Officer Michael in New Orleans. And with that, Israel, we say Shalom.